Oh, is this thing on? Hi, I'm Jeff. Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Hello there. This is General Kenobi. Hey, this is David from Black Spire Broadcast.
Hey, I'm Todd Freeman, also known as Toast.
Hey guys, Officer for Collectibles here.
Well, hey, I'm Seth with Rogue Squad Garage.
Hey, it's J2SO.
Hi, I am Mark. Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
This is Joel Haji at Haji Custom.
Hi, I'm Jason.
Yo, this is Evan the Collector.
And you are watching the Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
You're watching Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Welcome to Spice Runners Lounge.
Join me and together we can rule the galaxy.
And welcome to the Spice Runners Lounge.
Yay. yeah.
It's Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Friday.
Thank God.
Made it. You know what that means, right?
Welcome. Yeah, welcome everybody to the Spice Runners Lounge, where you get your weekly Dank Ferric talk. I'm your host, Eben. Joining me this week, of course, we got Jeff and Scott.
And there were four.
And there's four, yeah. I'm already buzzed.
Uh-oh.
And
yeah.
our special guest this week is David, a.k.a. Black Spire Broadcast. You guys probably seen him here on the show a few times, but today we actually got a show dedicated for him, so we get to learn about his podcast and what he does.
No, thank you guys. Seriously, appreciate you guys having me. It's weird to sit there and say having me because I know all you guys and we chat all the time and do this, but no, it's cool.
Yeah, but we haven't really had you.
Right? I'm curious what that means, but anywho.
Well, you brought it up.
That's
I know
fair.
Jeff was kind of like, yeah, see?
Pre-show topics, yeah, Yoda Yaddle, that kind of thing.
Yoda Yaddle.
Yeah, but today, as you can see, there's only four of us. J2SO is getting married this weekend, so he's doing his farewell to freedom dinner tonight.
Yes, the last.
You will be missed. You will be missed.
Congrats, Jason. Hope you have a good wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And also Santino's birthday. Santino.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, dude!
And here's a song. Happy birthday!
That's funny. So today we're gonna talk about Black Spire Broadcast. We're gonna talk about Andor. I'm gonna bring up some of the stuff from the prop store auction because it is catalog day/week for prop store. So there are a couple cool things in there from movie prop. And we also got a giveaway today too from Jeff. So thank you, Jeff, for that. We'll talk about it here in a little bit later.
We need a word.
Let's say hi to everybody. Oh yeah, go ahead, Scott.
Well, no, we just need a word. We need to figure out a word. So you guys out in the chat, like you've always done, do hashtag whatever you think the word of the night should be. And we'll pick one from that and take it from there and try to get Eben to ignore it.
I swear to God, every time we hear the word props on this show, though, I swear to God, I have like flashbacks to that one.
Lamp.
Props, lamps, toys.
Oh, props is like, you're literally like shaking.
It's like smelling that booze that you got really drunk off of as a teenager. You're like, I can't do it. Yeah.
Like, man, drank too much. Yeah. It's like Night Train and what's the other one? The other nasty one?
Yeah, used to have
Southern
Earthquake.
Comfort for me. I can't smell it. Southern Comfort, no way.
Remember the little shots of Earthquake?
Oh man, nasty.
Earthquake. It was like.
All right, focus. Say hello.
Focus. Yes.
Let's say to hi to people in the chat. So Santino, what's up, guys? Yeah, I know it's Sunday, but I'm very impatient to hurry up Friday. What? So he posted this a couple days ago.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it.
That's funny.
Wow.
Batu Smugglers, welcome back. You're the first to comment. Sweet. Got Scott in the chat. We got Nicholas. Good evening, gents. J2SO in the chat.
J2SO, I wore this for you.
Ooh.
Hold on.
And you're not even here.
Do it again.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, yeah.
And you got a fresh cut for the show.
I did, bro. No, I didn't. But I mean, I did, but I didn't. It was time for a haircut, man. I was starting to look real Taliban.
Army regulation.
Yeah,
man.
It's life, man. You're married to it.
We got Coy in the house.
Hey, Coy.
Boy.
Got Izzy. Janine. Sean Stone. What's up, Sean?
What's up, dude?
Haven't seen Sean in a little bit.
I know,
Jose.
right? Busy. He's always...
They've been watching baseball. I think the playoffs were going on the last couple of weeks. We got someone saying, "Let's go."
Let's go.
Here we go, Facebook user. I love
Hello,
it.
Facebook.
Yeah, Sean Solo. What's up, Sean? Got Candy in the house. What's up, Candy? Chris, what's up, Chris? Long time no see, man. Need to have you on the show in 2023. Let's make that a goal. For you guys that didn't know, Chris, he built a lot of the Universal stuff here for Halloween. So there's like a monster Universal Monsters set.
That's cool.
Chris built a lot of that stuff.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's cool. He's the other half of J2SO.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sean Miller.
Sean Miller. Chris
Miller time.
Elliott. Let's see. Scrolling down. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. We got Marcel. What's up, Marcel?
So,
Greetings, lad. Happy Friday. Never more than 12.
Good one. Good one.
then we have Double Dot. Or no, those are two eyes.
So
far we've got Yaddle.
Oh, Yaddle. I know Sean Solo loves Yaddle.
Duh.
Chris says J2SO is his Padawan.
That's fair.
He's still
Only
in Padawan
two.
status.
No more, no less, huh?
Sean Miller says hashtag drink.
Yeah, I saw that one. We'll figure it out.
Spire.
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 That could work. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's just go through some
Let's just
stuff
roll,
and then we'll
yeah.
start figuring it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
anybody else, just keep adding hashtags, something you want to be the word of the night, and
Yeah, just
take
pick
it from there.
something. So I guess we can go around the room, talk about our local pickups. So I'll go first. I think last week after our last show, Jeff brought this up. So I ordered it while we were already a little twisted at the end of that show. And this thing came in and I was like, did I order this book? Then I remembered, I'm like, I think I did order it because I saw the PayPal receipt in there. But it's pretty cool, man. It has a lot of like stuff you don't see like in one place, right? All these notes and pictures, like concept arts, and see, just throwing stuff up there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff that the Kenner engineers were working on, so it's actually pretty good. I started scanning through it. I was like, I'm actually gonna sit down and like read this whole thing because there's a lot of good stories in here from like a lot of the engineers. So yeah, Jeff, thanks for bringing that up, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's actually a cool book. And this is cool because this one has like all their signatures.
Oh,
it's
that's
it's
cool.
photoshopped or
Hey, somebody made me a superhero.
Yeah. Well, that book is cool, Evan, too, because it has a lot of the toy designers, like their point of view,
Right.
from working at Kenner. So you always hear like the overarching Kenner stories, right? But like these are actually the designers and what they were working on, what didn't make it, what did make it. And it's other toys also. It's not just Star Wars. It's mostly Star Wars, but they have other things in there too.
Well, it's like, aren't toy manufacturing or toy ideas, isn't it like a 97% failure rate when they come up with a lot of this stuff? I mean, it's really high.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
One of the guys in there, actually, he lives up here in Mass. He actually was the designer of the alien toy too. That had the alien that shot out of its mouth.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I totally remember that.
So
I think that's a
cool.
good word right there.
I can get behind
Go
that
collect?
one, Sean. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Collect.
That's
Collect.
an easy one.
All right.
That's awesome, Evan. I'm glad you
Shall we
ordered it.
collect?
Yeah, me too. Collect. All right.
All right, right.
What are you drinking, Evan? What is
Did I break it?
No.
Tequila Sunrise.
He's going light tonight. Real easy, smooth.
That looks nice, man.
My second one, dude.
Was that a pitcher?
Yes.
It's a big one. Yeah. It's as big as my face. It's huge, man. I think I put like half a bottle of tequila in it.
There you go. Just brought the bottle.
Yeah, that's
so
all I got.
Evan will be drinking his face, but yeah. That's Friday night hangout. Thank you, Batman.
Yeah, that's all I got. I boxed some stuff up for Joel. I traded him another helmet for an Ewok. You guys saw it in the group chat.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's making me a Wicket. So a My Buddy Part 2 video will be coming out. And hopefully it's not raining so I can film it in the playground.
Now you can hold hands.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
You're gonna do like My Buddy. You remember the old toy My Buddy? So you're gonna do that out in the park.
You need to watch the video I made. I think you were like out of town when I dropped.
Probably. Yeah.
So
but you did that. You went down like the slide with it. And...
Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my daughter with me to the park and be like, record me coming down the slide with this thing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, neighbors are gonna think I'm a weirdo.
That's okay. That's okay.
Well, they already think at Costco Joel's a weirdo for buying all those dolls.
All the dolls, yeah.
Right.
All the American girls, yeah.
So does this count?
I'll count it. That's fair. That's fair.
Right. There it is.
That's a high yeah right there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Sean's back there drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Because he probably has a golf game tomorrow. What's new with you, David? Anything new you want to talk about? I got right there.
Well, I'll save him. But I got lucky enough to get the Arena Fett Black Series.
Oh, nice.
Obviously, I wanted it at San Diego Comic-Con, but that didn't happen. And then I wanted it when it first came up on Pulse, and I missed it. And then randomly one night, it just happened to come up, and I got a pre-order in on it. Sorry, I hit my mic, but dude, I'm pumped about this. I love the packaging. I already filmed my review. I just haven't put it out yet because this guy took the hot seat. But man, I love this thing. This is like out of Black Series. This might be the coolest box they've done, I think.
Nice. Yeah, it looks like a comic book. It looks.
Yeah, dude, it's exactly like the War of the Bounty Hunters comic book, and just
hey, Austin.
Everywhere has art on it, man. I mean, literally everywhere.
Yeah,
so
that's cool.
It's pretty cool. Hold on to that guy, and I'm happy to get it at retail because they are not retail on eBay. But then, yeah, I got into Hot Toys for the very first time. Just seeing all your guys' stuff, and I had to make it happen. Well, I got the Clone Wars Season 7 Maul.
Oh, nice.
I like the sabers on that. That's cool.
Dude, yeah. And Todd in our chat was like, cool, it came with paddles. And I was like, okay, whatever, guy. But, dude, I love this thing. I've posed it like 10 different times.
No, I can't
just the sculpt, man. Like, just the...
no, his head comes off.
Just that sculpt, man. It's hard to show, but the eyes move. I mean, dude, it's just the coolest thing ever. At least in my opinion. But
does it have the movable eyes?
It does. Here, I'll do it for you.
It
comes with a tool, but it doesn't really matter. You can do it from behind. But yeah, you can just
stick your finger in there.
Yeah, man. There's little white things in there that you move.
You know, they need to make it just a simple single joystick because.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to move the eyes together, right? They both have to go to the right, left, or up.
Right, exactly. But, dude,
just put some hot glue in there. You'll be fine.
You could do that. That would work. But, man, now that I've got a hot toy, like, I'm addicted. Just as Jeff and I were talking about.
Yeah, you're screwed. You're screwed.
So how would you rate that hot toy? 1 out of 10, in your opinion?
This was my first, and Darth Maul's one of my favorite characters, so I'm going to go with 10. But, why I will say is I'm all about lore, right? I love that stuff, and I love that they didn't go cartoonish. They took the solo sculpt of Ray Park and applied it to what a hypothetical live-action Clone Wars Maul would look like. So I love that.
Hey, McFly.
McFly. And you got to meet the voice actor, too.
Yeah, and I've got the Sam Witwer signature. I got the same day as you, so that's really cool,
yeah.
But,
now that you've gone like Hot Toys, dude, everything changes.
It does.
You're like,
I'm already...
Holy crap. Yeah.
I sold my Cal Kestis Legacy Saber for this, so it paid for itself. But, yeah, I've already listed some stuff.
Yeah,
I'm in George's group.
This time next year, your background's going to be all Hot Toys.
Like, yeah, I live under a bridge, but I got a shit ton of Hot Toys.
No, you'll be selling everything that's not glued to the floor to get Hot Toys.
No, man. I just, it's hard to, I love the Black Series, but if I put this next to the Black Series, I'm like, man, it's just, there's no comparison, man. There's just not.
Sure. Yeah, Hot Toys are amazing, man.
And here's a PSA from Marcel. Nilda is doing a claim sale on her Insta next Saturday. Lots of Hot Toys and other things on offer at great prices. So, yeah, if you want to collect, you might want to look at that.
She had one the other night. Decent prices.
Yeah, I feel bad because
you have to go over there and tie Joel up, though, first, because otherwise you're going to lose. It's still sucked up.
All of them.
I feel bad because I was messaging Nilda and she had put a few figures aside for me, and then I spent a considerable amount of money on that, and I was like, "Hey, I can't buy those. I'm sorry."
Yeah, she had a lot of stuff. It was good pricing.
She did. Yeah, she did. She's really fair. I've bought from her before. She's super fair.
Yeah, so it was good.
But
stuff.
yeah, that's all I got.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jason. Very cool.
Go down, Jeff.
I didn't pick up a lot of things this week. I did get, Evan, which I think you already have. I got the Billy D plaque.
I'm still waiting on mine, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
He shipped it from Germany. So, but it just came in like yesterday.
Sweet.
So, and it's cool because it has the cloth ears logo and the hyperdrive logo.
Wow, that's cool.
Anyways, so that'll go with the helmet, which are supposed to ship in December, hopefully. Cross your fingers.
Anytime soon.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. So me and Evan have that. And then I got this from an Etsy seller, which is kind of cool. To wait for it to.
Yeah, that thing is badass.
Dude, that's badass.
Wow. That
so it
is
plays
sweet.
like videos along the way. It'll go up on the once this one goes through. Hold on, let me see. Comes with sound and stuff, so I think I can fast forward it so we can get this one here.
So is it running off of like an SD? Is it running off of what is
It's
it?
all internal. I wish I could bring it up more, but here we go. Here's another one.
Nice.
But yeah, and it has sound, so you can turn the thing up. I don't think you can hear it, but anyways, so it has all sound, and you can load them. He has like a bunch of like designs and stuff, and then other people are coming out with designs now too. So
nice.
anyways.
So you can add to it.
You can hear it now.
Wow. Yeah. Dude, that thing's really cool.
Anyways, so it goes on all the different like types of screens. Yeah. Anyways,
that's badass.
Yeah.
Solar only has 2 left.
Yeah, it's on Etsy. Guy's super nice. As he comes up with more designs, he basically releases them to you if you bought one already.
Night, Austin. Thanks for stopping by.
Let's have a drink for Austin.
Yes.
Hey. And then for the end of the show, Evan, I have that. This is the giveaway. We have a D. Baker sign. So we'll do a random drawing at the end of the night. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, but that one's cool. We'll give that one away. And Marcel's winning McQuarrie went out late because I suck at shipping. So that went out today. So Marcel and Nancy will be getting that here shortly. So
that's awesome.
That was it. That's it this week.
What about any R2 updates? Do you have anything there on your table you're working on, or
R2? Yeah, the R2, the dome is all done with the lights, and the hollow projector eyeballs I've been repainting. I've just been meticulously going through each part and fixing what I can along the way so that it sits right with me. So, but yeah, he's still over there.
Oh yeah,
nice.
So for those of you that don't know, Jeff commissioned this piece, but it is turned into a kit. So he did get some money back and things like that, but Jeff is now doing all the work.
Yeah.
So fun, frustrating, but you're gonna love it when it's done, dude.
I think you will.
Yeah. So, anyways, so he's over there. Oh, and then I did order the. That was the last piece. I did order a C3PO bust from Corban.
Oh, they have a C3PO one? I didn't even know they had it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What's the price? Do they have any more? How much?
Yeah, he's got them. $625.
That's not bad, dude.
Yep.
All right. Give me the info after the show.
I'll send you guys pics.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah, it's wicked cool. You actually did a good job too. Wow. Yeah, so Randy's my new best friend. So
yes, exactly. I noticed that the Porty shoulder armor is no longer on the site, even though it was raw. That's gone. The chest boxes went up $50.
Yep.
Because
he does have. So, because I talked to him last night too, because we were talking about the C3PO and some other stuff. But he has one more. His builder for the probe droid can do one more probe droid too.
Got it.
So he does have one availability, I believe, for the probe droid. So if people are looking still for that giant probe droid, Randy can do it.
Good price, but it's a big piece and it's not cheap.
It's not cheap, no. He said January. If somebody wanted it today, they ordered it, it'd be ready to go by January.
Wow.
So.
It looks like you're getting one, Scott. Yeah.
I know. Okay. Yes, let's make it happen. I've been wanting a C-3PO bus for a while.
I know, me too. I was going to order it from the same guy that did the R2 thing, because his actually looks nice, but not a chance.
No, not doing this again. Nope.
So what does Corbanf has it listed under, like C-3PO or just yellow model?
Hidden. Shh.
Yellow robot.
You don't have it listed. Like the K2SOs, he didn't have them listed before, and then he posted like one, right?
I'm gonna email him.
Yeah, definitely message him. So he's got them. So
sweet.
It's a trap.
I don't even see the kit on his website anymore. The C-3PO
took them down.
Yeah, everything's been taken. Like I said, the shoulder armor and all the other stuff that I was thinking about doing is gone. So I either got to hit up Manny or go Shadow Effects and bite the bullet. So
he does have a battle droid too. So
yeah, I see it.
That's kind of cool.
Discontinued. Yeah. One left.
Looks like you got to email him, huh?
Yep.
Pass on the battle droid though.
Yeah, Roger. No, thank you.
Got to keep the original trilogy.
Oh my gosh, here we go already.
I fucked up and started collecting.
1, 2, 3 don't exist.
Yeah, I fucked up and started collecting like prequel stuff and sequel stuff, and now it's hard to get rid of the sequel stuff.
We talked about this.
I think
we had this conversation.
So when we talked about BB-8 last week, I think people reached out to Randy and bought. I think he's got like 1 or 2 left of the BB-8. So I think he sold 3 last week.
Damn,
good for business, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So see, when you do things right and you ship the shit the right way, right? Then we talk about it. So
people buy your stuff, man. That's how it works.
Well, that's the whole thing. Anybody that does a really good job with communication, does a good job with the shipping and everything else, they deserve to be raised way up, and everybody needs to know about them.
Share, and communicate. Yeah, talk about it
because they deserve.
Well, plus, I mean, all of us are looking for the best possible collection.
Hey, Nilda.
Right? Item.
Yeah, Nilda.
Right, so we want to know what the best collection items are, right? So,
well, you kind of said it right there, and then Sean just said,
"Yeah, man."
I guess it's any form of it.
Yeah. So,
thank you, Sean.
Yes, thank
you. Good stuff. So,
a lot of vitamin C.
Vitamin C.
Love it. Ignore the alcohol, just vitamin C.
No, I hear the Eagles song. Just another tequila. That's what I'm hearing. It's in my brain.
Oh, that's awesome, Jeff.
Yeah. So that's it from me this week.
See, he started off as like, I didn't really get nothing, and then
right.
Took the most time.
Well, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot about the bus. That's why I was like. So.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna hit up Randy as soon as I can.
For sure.
Make that 2, because I think my wife is like, "Yep, we're getting it." So,
yep.
George.
Yeah. Shout out to George for helping fund my Darth Maul for letting me sell shit in your group.
George is drinking whiskey smashers tonight.
No.
What's new with you, Scott? What you got going on?
I'm alive. I'm wearing Jason's shirt, the one that I wore. The one.
Oh, that's right. Cool. How you like it?
I love it. It's funny because I picked it up and I'm like, oh, this is great. Man, this shirt's huge because it's an extra large. And then I put it on and I'm like, nope, not huge at all. I'm huge. So, no, it fits perfect. I love the print. It's unique. I'll try and stand up. See a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
I
just think it's awesome and that I won it. I was so stoked to win it because I really like it. I was like, oh, cool. And then J2SO. So I was gone. What week is this? I was gone, not this week, last week. Where I was up in San Jose and Burbank and everything like that. So on Monday, J2SO sent me this, which is the Boba Fett one, which we haven't been able to find out here. Now, it comes out that Janine and I went to Target the other day, and the Jango Fett one is there, and the gunner ship and all that. We got the gunner ship. She doesn't like the paint job on Jango's ship, so we're sticking with that one. But we got some Hot Wheels. These Hot Wheels new ones that just came out are really impressive. The way that they've painted them and shaped them. they look great, and they're bigger than what Hot Wheels put out a few years back. You remember those? Those are like little ones.
Right.
These ones are a little bit bigger, and the paint job on it is fantastic. And then also too, we got this guy in.
Ooh.
Oh shit, the BMF. Let me blow you up.
That's Corbanth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Janine wanted the bigger grips. They do different heights on these. One's a little bit taller than the other, but I mean the whole thing is just it's gorgeous. It's heavy, but like the back, if I can get this out, you can see the texture on the back of that. Yeah, the pattern that's cut into it and everything. But it is a heavy ass saber. It really is.
Scott, does he have to ship? Does he ship them with the differences in the grips, or do you have to choose one or the other?
No. You have to put with all like 89 sabers and all this other stuff. You have to do your own.
Bro, that's from your video.
Right? So, so you have a choice of which ones you put on. Like even the V6 that I got, the Vader one, I had to put the grips on. Any of those, you have to put that stuff on. I think you had to glue the ones on the plug or whatever.
Yep.
So
little fin.
that's just how they come. The option is that I can change this out to say BMF, but
really?
Yeah. So I have it in the box. Let me look.
That's kind of cool. How I would have it displayed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Dirty girl.
You are right here. Nope, that's not it. I find it.
That's what you're paying $800 for is that BMF.
That little BMF thing.
Exactly.
It's not $800. Get out. That's if it's installed. This one's not installed.
He's at $750.
We don't have George money.
How much was it uninstalled? I'll look it up right now.
I think it was like 3 something.
That's not bad.
Let's see if this will come up. Get me out. Yeah, you can see it.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
You got to put that on, man. You got to.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna get one just so I can.
I'm gonna
put that
wear
on.
it as a ring.
Yeah, exactly. Build out a ring for it.
BMF. Oh, he does.
Like I said, it is a heavy ass saber, but it's awesome. It's awesome. It's not one I would have gone for initially. Janine really liked it, and now that I've got it, it's freaking awesome. It is a beautiful piece.
That's nice.
This is a weapon.
It looks heavy. Oh yeah, it's a bludgeon.
I like the Corban sabers because they feel real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You touch it, it feels real. Not like the Disney ones; they feel like toys.
Mm-hmm. Except for that Cal Kestis, man. That thing's a bludgeon too.
That's a unique one.
Well, it depends on the legacy ones from Disney. They're pretty heavy, but they're a little bit bigger. You know, when you get
they're fatter,
a Roman's props or one of these, you're like, oh my gosh, you get that feeling. This is real. You know? Sorry. I'm doing stuff.
I have to go get more beer already. Jesus Christ.
Since you're on, I'm not pushing the button today.
I'm not pushing.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right. I didn't have it last time.
Yeah,
I didn't have it last time, but I got my stuff this time, so we're good.
No, that's cool, man. I think I might have to spend some money on Corban this weekend.
Yeah.
Because I've been on the fence on that BMF. You know, I saw George's review when he got the prototype.
Dude, beautiful.
I didn't know that it had the BMF thing. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that?
So you have
No.
So what you have to do is you got to basically pry this piece off, and put it on there. But that's fine.
Yeah, it's called the BMF edition. That's how Corban is selling it as the BMF.
I didn't know it had the etch thing on it from the movie. That's cool.
If it was Sean Solo, he'd probably go through the F and try to make it an X. So it'd be the BMX edition.
BMX.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, it's badass.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not crazy expensive either. So
no, not for what these are, dude. I mean, you got how many sabers? And it's like, like Roman props, which I think is probably one of the best out there, especially the Obi-Wan. Episode 4, David.
Yes, not 3, because it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist.
For your young people, it's episode 4.
No, even that one, the Desert Wanderer, and the ones that are in those 2 and 3 are nice. But Roman props, the ones that he does, I mean, they're heavy, they're beautiful. You just look at it and you're like, holy crap! Like Evan said, these feel real, So
yeah, that's cool. That's a good pickup.
Yeah, you'll see some of these tomorrow here because David's coming tomorrow here for a barbecue. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
be blast.
Nice.
Be a good time.
Damn, I missed that by a week.
That's about it. Oh, and Janine got her early Christmas present, which is K Jewelers has an Ahsoka, like the headdress that's diamond and gold. Beautiful piece. So she got that, but I was really impressed with the presentation. When you go to open up a box, it lights up.
You posted that, right?
Yeah, she posted that.
Yeah.
It even comes with a USB cable to charge the box.
Wow, that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that is really cool.
Pretty awesome.
I think Jeff went to grab another beer already.
Yeah, right. I like his Bausch.
I know, that's cool, man.
I know, everybody has a cool one. Mine is plain.
No, it says Spice Runners Lounge.
Spice Runner.
Right.
Well, compared to you guys have some cool ones.
All right, everybody is going to Force Ball. Okay, David, it's your show. Good luck.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Hello. This is the show of the Runners of Spice.
Yeah. So, all right. So,
this is the Spice Channel.
Yes.
Good pickups, and I think after the show, we're probably gonna have to like talk about the C-3PO bust.
Oh yeah.
Right.
And real quick, I mean, it was cool to see everybody's collections. I moved it.
It's all yours.
There it is. Forgot it was on A.
So you're gone for a week and you forget.
Dude, it all mushes together in this weird way. Yeah. Crazy week.
Yeah,
Slipped in the shower, hit my back on the freaking thing. Yeah, it was fun times.
That's funny.
You have to get one of those handicap rooms now.
It was. That's the whole thing. It was a handicap room. And I go in. Well, first, I'll just go back real quick. I think I explained it. I get in. I go to check in San Jose, and they're like, "Oh, your room's been upgraded." And I'm like, "Uh-oh, what's going on? They can make me stay here, because there was some talk of that." And I get up there. I'm like, "Oh, it's got the rails in the shower," and I'm thinking, you know what? That's a good thing. I don't mind that. That's like happy. And it had the seat down, so it was a tub, but it had the seat for the handicap. And I go to get in the shower. I turn on the shower. I go to step in, and my foot just slips and goes. My toes go into the drain. I go backwards, and I slam my back on that seat. Which, if that seat wasn't down, I would have cracked my head on the tile.
Jesus
damn,
man.
Yeah, so you lay there for a second thinking, I don't want to die in a hotel bathtub. You know what I mean?
Right,
and then you're like, I'm okay. That hurts, but I'm okay. You know.
Jeez, man.
So, yeah, that was a cool one. You know.
Exactly.
I usually get that room on purpose just for nights when we're out drinking. So.
Yeah, same.
That's smart. That's smart.
That's funny.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Well, glad you're okay, Scott. That's fine.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And then when I was in the Hilton in Burbank, I don't know what it is with these showers. Sean will be into this. Like, oh yeah, shower, whatever. But here's the thing: in the Burbank one,
More
in the Hilton,
time.
you find yourself stepping up into the tub, and you're like, oh, this is weird. It's kind of like a step up, but you don't realize it. You forget about it. By the time you're done taking the shower and getting out, you forget it's a step up. So it's like you come out, and it's like missing the last step on a staircase, and you're like, oh. So yeah, I almost cracked my head on the sink. Yeah. So I had like my final destination bathtub scares.
I've got one too, man.
The ones in the UK are higher, the bathtubs. When you go into the bathtub,
yeah,
you have to like put your leg all the way over, man. It's crazy.
I know we're trying to move on, but like the last trip to Austin, like go into the hotel room and they're like, "Why is there an exercise bike in here?" I'm like, "Did my wife call ahead?" Because I had like a full blown like exercise and like weights and shit. I was like, "What is this?"
Did my wife call ahead?
Yeah, I didn't know this. This is weird.
Marcel's comment.
Dude, I had a similar thing, man. Right? Like before I moved to Orlando, we came here on vacation, and I was a little kid, and I slipped. Bro, I slipped in the shower and broke the porcelain soap dish off, and it went into my hip, and they had to ambulance me out. And it was crazy. It looked like Jaws in the bathtub.
Cool. I'm not the only weirdo.
Everybody almost died in a bathtub, huh?
Right, in a shower of some sort. I had a buddy one time. He was getting out of the glass shower, and the shower door just shattered for no reason. He's like, so I'm sitting there trying to figure out how do I get out of this without getting all cut up. You know, because all the glass on the floor.
I bet.
He didn't have a choice. He sat there for like 2 hours, and then finally was like, I gotta go. You know,
so. Time to nut up or shut up.
Yeah.
The important thing is you go and then try to get out.
Oh man, shower should have been the word, Sean. That's for sure.
Yep, shower.
Right.
Who'da
I'll take it.
Take some of those.
Who'da thunk
Well,
it?
what's funny is that it's something so stupid that you just wouldn't expect. I mean, I've been in so many hotels. It's not even funny with traveling and everything else. Never, ever. I mean, even in my own, there might have been one spot where I was like, "Whoa," you know what I mean? Like you slip for a brief second, but never. And it's like 2 totally different hotels, and each with an issue. It's like, yeah, am I getting old? Is that what the problem is? I'm too
probably
old
just
now.
overtired. You had a long trip.
Yeah, that might be it.
So,
that could be it.
Yeah. So, or you're just old.
I'm just old. Yeah, I'm just old.
You stepped on that goatee.
Yeah, right, yeah, that's it. As you're walking, yeah. You know, my mom did this once where she was doing the sheets on the bed. You know, you flip them out, and she flips it out and gets her head caught underneath it and just slams herself into the bed. I'm sorry, it was hilarious.
Oh no, that's bad, Scott.
I know, bad Scott. Yeah. All right, back to our scheduled program.
Commercial break's over.
David. Let's talk about Black Spire broadcast.
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
man.
Give us like an elevator pitch what Black Spire broadcast is, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, man. So like all of you guys and everybody listening, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, and you know, I was like, what can I do to kind of share this passion, you know, with the world or anybody that's willing to listen? And I thought podcasting would be a cool thing. You know, it's obviously it's a thing that a lot of people are doing, so it is hard to get noticed and get people to listen, but it's just a ton of fun, man. I love sitting there and just spilling lore for an hour, and then that's what it initially was just let's not like Star Wars Theory necessarily, because I fucking hate that guy, but anyways, no, he's a fucking
heard it here first.
Yeah, dude, he's a butt chin, but anyways, no, I love lore, and I enjoyed doing that, and then you know, I started realizing people wanted to talk about this stuff too. And I think out of this group, Eben was the first person I had on. I think he was my 9th episode. And dude, I just see people on
number 9.
Yeah, I just see people on social media that had similar interests, and I just reach out, and you'd be surprised how many people are interested in coming on and just talking Star Wars.
Hell yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you just were like, you know, forget it. I'm just going to do this. It's. I mean, a lot of times I'll put something on, if it's on YouTube and I don't have to pay attention to it, just to listen to stuff when I'm doing things. But I constantly, and I apologize, dude, I constantly forget because YouTube seems to be the main place that I'm listening to things. So do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, yes. And that was something that I kind of launched afterward. You know, it's an up-and-coming thing. I don't have... David, we need to talk then. Okay, we can talk, Sean. But it's a lot of fun, man. I like doing unboxings and reviews. I kind of want to mix the lore into that somehow. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet, but I do. It's, you know, I want to sit down with some of the people that I think do it better than me and learn more about the technology side of it. But no, man, I pour my heart into that stuff. It's a ton of fun.
Well, absolutely, and that's awesome. I mean, the biggest thing is you watch people or you pick up on things that other people do that you're like, that was a great interview or that was a great review. Why was it that great? And you just pick up on stuff like that and just kind of emulate it without directly copying them.
Right, right.
That's and that's really, because it's like we've learned a ton, like, you know, with lighting, how important lighting is, or cameras, or even software and things like that I just pick up on people and how they do their videos. Like I've noticed, like how Eben's backdrop is right now. He's got blue and he's got the gold and stuff like that. And you'll see a lot of people doing reviews, whether if it's e-cigs, because this is one I noticed with people that were really popular with this, or other things or cameras. They'll have something in the background, and then they'll have like one amber light, maybe a colored light. So it doesn't take your focus, but it balances the screen a certain way. Right. Little things like that you'll start to pick up on. You'll be like, oh, and you'll just continue to elevate it. The more you're engaged, you'll just continue to elevate it as you go.
Right, and I've learned, I try to take something and learn something from everybody I speak to. You know, I didn't consider myself a collector until I met Eben. I was like, no, I mean, like, I sought out Eben because of his collection. I was like, man, that is so cool. Like, I saw stuff on Instagram. But no, man, I try to learn something from everybody. That's my goal.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. And the other thing, too, is in this community, if you haven't figured it out already, everybody's willing to help.
They are, and that's one thing that I was nervous about coming into this, because I come from communities that are not like that. You know, my professional life, I mean, I guess we may or may not get into that, but, you know, I was a cop before this, and then I was in the military before that, and they are stark.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? Go ahead.
It's a stark contrast, though, from the Star Wars community, man. It's not, like, this is something I didn't talk about before. It was just this secret love that I had, and it was hard to get in front of a camera at first, that's for sure.
Yeah. What?
It is, and it depends on what you're doing, right? If you're just doing it to do it, then yeah, it can be hard. You can get nervous and all that other stuff. But like with me, it's easier to do this than it is to be out on the show floor somewhere or something like that, and a bunch of people around, and you're supposed to demonstrate something. To me, that can be difficult, but at the same time, it's my job. So I force myself. You got to do this, and it's like all of that just disappears. All the nerves and everything, because you know what you want. You want in the end. It's the same thing. You're going to sit down and do a video. You know you want it to be good. You have a vision of how you want to do it, and you'll just do it, and you'll get better as you go.
Oh, that's for sure. And Janine, to answer you, they're all pre-recorded. I don't do them live, and I air them on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And on Spotify, you can see the video. Yeah. And then those are every other Wednesday, and then every other Wednesday is videos.
You should also throw them on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to get to that, and that's something, again, like I'm learning. You know, you run into copyright stuff a little bit more there than you do in the podcasting world, generally speaking. But yeah, I run into that all the time on YouTube, but I just don't care. I'm not here to make any money, so you know, that's one thing. Like a lot of people I've met outside of this group, they're like, "Why are you not doing this strategically for financial reasons? Why aren't you doing this?" I'm like, dude, I don't care about money. I'm like, you can't take it with you. I'm here to have fun. You know.
I know of the night. David doesn't care about money. Go ahead,
I know, David. We've talked about it too, but I actually, so like we've all talked about it, is like each of our shows, right, has a little bit something different, right? Which is why we all tune into different shows. But like yours being on Spotify is even different than the others, right? Because you can download it. It's easy to listen to in the car, right? And I know we've joked around about it, but like during the summer, like I listened to all your shows while I was out doing yard work, right? Because I don't have to like just spraying with the hose. Yeah.
But yeah. Listening to them on flights to Europe. Sequels are playing because I didn't want to listen to it.
So it's good entertainment for like even just the listening part of it, right? Whereas we're so used to like a visual aspect of Star Wars. So
and I'd love to sit here and say that was the goal, but it wasn't, man. I don't. It's funny to think like, why did I start this? Why not? That's funny. Yeah! Here we go again. Sean is just crushing it out there right now.
He's the instigator.
I know, but I didn't think I'd get anything out of this. You know, the financial side's one. You know, but like I met friends. I met all you guys. You know, I met all these people through this avenue of art. You know, I guess it is art in certain capacity, but it's so cool. Like I met an entire group of people. I've met actors. I've met all kinds of stuff that I never would have ever dreamt of, you know. And it's just so cool to be able to talk to people, because I look at all these people. I'm like, man, you're inspiring. Like I look up to you, and there's regular people at the end of the day, and you don't realize that.
It's very professional. Like the Spotify stuff is very, like it comes on and like part of the network, and I'm like, wow. I'm like, this is cool. I'm like, wow, man.
And that was crazy too, because I wasn't a part of a network or anything. We're part of the Red 5 network. It's like a US-based Star Wars podcast network ran out of Chicago, and they're really cool. They host their own, I guess I'm a part of it. We host our own convention up in Chicago, the Scarif Con. As our main podcast is the Scarif podcast. But yeah, man, it's just so cool. Like there's a lot of people that have this idea, and we share it, and we help each other out. You know, when people are in need, like the hurricane and stuff, you know, we set up donations and just help each other out. And it's just a cool community that I didn't know existed.
Well, it's like what Janine says, the best part, the community of friends. It's 100% right. You know,
dude, and it was hard to want to.
Rolando.
Hello. It was just tough, man, and I wasn't sure how much of this I was going to choose to get into, because I generally keep my personal life to myself, and I don't share it on the podcast. But like,
that's why they call it a personal life.
That's why they call it a personal life. It's about to be public, I guess. But no, I got medically retired as a cop. I got hurt, and I didn't get to do that anymore. And I'm young, so it was tough to have your career just gone, not by choice. So and I went through a lot of stuff over the course of the ensuing 2 years, and I just one day told my wife, look, I want to do something like other than just sit at home and help out with the kids. Like, I got to do something. And so I started a podcast. We put some money into it. And, at first it can be a bit pricey to get some equipment going. And, dude, at first it was just sitting behind a mic and talking to my wife. And then it branched out to this. Like, I met all you guys. Here we are doing this. And it's about me. And that's shocking because it's like, how did this happen? It's just so cool.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
You bad.
I feel like Sean is hammered. That's my guess right now.
No,
he plays golf in the morning.
He's the instigator.
He probably plays hammered, let's be honest.
Just throws the ball.
But no, that's awesome that you got into it and then you're like, what, I want to do this. But first you said you were just like sitting in the kitchen, your wife's doing stuff, and you're like, all right, so right now, and you just kind of talk to your wife and kind of.
Literally, it happened in the kitchen. Like, that's exactly how it happened.
I know.
I knew nothing about.
She told me.
She probably did. That wouldn't surprise me.
But you guys used to do some of the shows together early on, right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And that's how it started. It was just as you see on our Instagram, it's a husband and wife duo, and it still is. It's just that this has taken off and been far more successful in finding guests than I ever thought it would be. That I'm booked out for months.
Good work.
I don't have to.
Nice.
Everybody I ask says yes, so it's just crazy, and I never expected that to happen. So it's really cool.
Yeah, we need to have her on one of our admin and mod episodes.
Yeah, I think she would. Do that.
That way we can give her a hard time because she loves Mark Hamill.
Yeah, let me tell you. This group would be very pissed off with my wife. But
why?
I just won't say it. You'll have to
tell us.
Yeah, bro. Hate is a strong word, but she does not like the OT at all, and she strongly despises the existence of Mark Hamill. And Scott over there, is about to hang himself, I'm sure.
No.
Right.
Hey, everybody's got their own opinion.
Well, she's a primate. What's that?
Yeah, is there a reason?
Yeah, I mean, she just she's, how do I say it as easily as possible? She got introduced to Star Wars much later, and so she's used to seeing things in like modern technology. She can't appreciate stop motion, well, she does after seeing the ILM documentary, granted, but she just looked at it and was like, that looks like crap in comparison to today. That's a fair point, whatever. Like, we are nostalgic. She may not be, but that's why she's more into the animation side of things. She absolutely loves Clone Wars and Rebels. Those are her favorite. But she can sit here and talk lore with the best of us. It's crazy, and you're not going to find too many wives that can do that. So,
I had Janine just go through season 7 of the Clone Wars. Yeah,
it's impossible.
That's impossible.
Right?
Spoken like a Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Oh, it's impossible.
You heard me when I found out. I was like, what?
I know. So get that Mark Hamill shirt. Everybody needs to.
So again, why does she hate him? She just does.
It's just
him?
the
or
she
the original trilogies.
Well, she hates him.
Acting, I thought. Yeah.
She, in her opinion, the quality of acting, with the exception of Harrison Ford, is subpar. I don't agree with these opinions, but those are her opinions.
I get it. I mean, he was definitely younger. That was the whole point of this, is they were trying to find newcomers, right?
Absolutely, right.
And Harrison just happened to be, because, I mean, you listen.
No, she loves Harrison. She doesn't like anybody else.
Yeah, but the thing is, you go back and you watch some of the, it's like in the documentaries where they've got like Kurt Russell reading and William Catt.
Right.
And you're just like, no, especially William Catt. Yeah.
But there's
nobody else that can be
Luke. Right.
Because it was the same time as, was it Carrie, I think? The Carrie casting?
I think
there was
so.
another movie they were casting for at the same time.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Brian De Palma was casting for Carrie. I think it was Carrie. Yeah. That's it, yeah. Crazy.
And that's what we got. I think they did good.
No, I love it, and it's just funny because she'll sit down and watch it with me every single time, and I mean, much like you guys, Star Wars is on all the time around here. So, like, we watched Attack of the Clones. I know you have no idea what that is, Scott, but we watched that today.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. It's like this one, right? Mike Hamill's. That's
a fair point, man. I get tired of it too.
No, anybody's politics turn people off. I don't care who you are. If you're a celebrity or you're up there or somebody's looked up to, just shut the fuck up. That's my opinion.
You know,
because Yeah, the thing is that if it doesn't agree with you, you immediately have an issue with that person. Right. And there shouldn't be. Just be quiet. Just go. Don't try to get everybody to come on your side.
Because you know, you follow people like Mark Hamill to see like Mark Hamill stuff, and then when he just does his stuff, regardless of your politics, like I don't want to see that. I want to see Mark Hamill stuff. Like not that.
Right. Yeah.
So, but anyways,
well,
yeah.
I mean, you know, I grew up in the 70s, 80s. I know Jeff's close, Evan, and things like that. I'm guessing your wife grew up in the 90s, 2000s. So like that might be 90s, part of it. But it's like there weren't a lot of agendas that people were throwing out as far as either in the movies or personally. There were some. I mean, there's always Jane Fonda and all the stuff that she did. But that's what kind of skews things, right? You're like, I can't just go to a movie and just enjoy it for it or enjoy this actor because they're really good if they're running around spouting their mouth off about something that you don't believe in or this person does or whatever. And I don't know. It's just one of those things that just kind of gets to you. But that just kind of...
It can.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I've struggled with in running all. I mean, I call us a Star Wars Media Network because it was just a podcast. Now we're doing videos, and I thought that was a kind of cool blanket term. But man, running all the social media, and that is a giant pain in the ass. I absolutely hate that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Tell me about it.
And then I don't even remember I have a personal account on any of this stuff because there's so much like Black Spire or Spice Runners, you know, and helping promote this show and my own stuff. And you forget about yourself sometimes.
Well, because it's bigger than you.
Of course.
It becomes bigger than you. Yeah. And that's something that's really, really cool. I mean, the whole point of doing this, I think, is Evan's thing. And Jeff has pointed it out. As he says, it's like, man, I just want to hang out on my Fridays. I want to have fun. And I want no drama.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And
I just want to forget all the week's crap, throw it to the side, and just be like, I'm going to hang out, talk Star Wars, and have fun. And that's what this is about.
What?
Yeah.
No, just lounging.
Lounging.
Yeah.
So David, favorite Star Wars movie?
I hate that. It's so hard, man, because I can tell you what I hate far more than I can tell you what is my favorite.
Use your words wisely.
It's tough, man. It's tough. So you have to understand, I grew up in a different generation. I did grow up on the OT. You know, I had the VHS special editions, the black and gold box. I can remember the embossed Vader. I can literally feel it right now. That was on repeat. I was born in '93, man. I'm not
no, it's all good. I'm just playing.
But that's what I grew up on. And then the prequels started coming out.
Jason's comment.
But I love those too.
Right.
The prequels. I do.
Thank you.
I grew up on them, man. I grew up on them. But it switches from day to day. Today it's either Empire or Revenge of the Sith, one or the other.
So from each trilogy to make it easier. So
all right, Revenge of the Sith.
What's your favorite?
Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
And then Empire.
OT.
Yeah, Empire for sure.
And then sequel is Last Jedi, right?
Yeah, never heard it. I'm not familiar with what you're talking about. Like going to Galaxy's Edge, I'm like, where am I?
Yeah, I mean, I would say out of all of them, Force Awakens had the hope. It was probably okay, even though it was still just a movie to me.
I agree. I will say that the Force Awakens. If you have a gun to my head and I have to pick, I'll pick that one.
Yeah.
You don't like the one where he's throwing the saber away? Just like
no. That is one of the worst, most painful things ever.
Yeah. Suck. Yeah.
Dang, Toxivision's like, fuck Star Wars.
He's on fire. Yeah. Toxivision pretty much said, fuck everything, Rogue One is it.
Rogue One is life.
Yeah, Rogue One was fantastic. We can all agree with that.
I love that. I love Solo, which I'm not sure if that's a popular opinion. I think it's a great movie.
I'm with you, Jason. If anything, it would be that. Yeah. I mean, they're movies. I enjoy them for being a movie, but the ones that reach out and grab you and touch you or whatever are going to be the original trilogy, period.
Agreed. I completely agree with that. Yeah.
So. But we have to get your wife on the show so we can tease her about Mark Hamill. Yeah, and we'll get Mark Hamill on and we'll see how that works.
I need to get some Mark Hamill shirts for everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
No, it would just be Mark Hamill's face there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll go into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what Sean just said was Solo. I think that Solo was released at a bad time. Like
it was.
Marvel
I enjoyed
and everything else going on, man. It was a good movie.
I enjoyed it. I think for me, what kind of took me out a little bit was, you're expecting Harrison Ford or a young person that looks like him, and he doesn't quite do it. That was the only thing, but I still enjoyed the movie.
I think he's a fun actor. I think he captured some of the Harrison personality. He's not Harrison, of course, but man, he's fun.
Speaking of sequels, look who comes out. Matt's collection. Hey, Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, collection. Hey.
There you go.
Oh,
it's in the name. It's in the name.
I actually like Solo didn't do well in my town. I went to watch it when the first Friday came out, and nobody was in the theater.
You can tell where this guy wants to be.
And I was like, damn, this movie was badass. I walked out of there. I tried to tell as many people as I could to go watch it. And it just didn't. People just, Star Wars fans are hit or miss, man.
Bro, they're picky. They're picky, and I at first did not like it, and it was because it wasn't Harrison. I didn't even have to see it. I was like, it's not Harrison Ford. You know what I mean? But then I've rewatched it so many times as it's gotten a little older, and I'm in love with it. If you want to put on a movie and have popcorn on Friday night and just have fun, that's it.
I love that movie. It's great. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think
to it too.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest thing. I think it was a little bit cheesy, but it had great personality with him as the actor, right?
Yeah.
He had
absolutely
enough spunk in it. So,
I love how Han met Chewie. I think that I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I thought it was good.
And the nostalgia. There's one thing I like about the newer Star Wars, everything post OT, is seeing nostalgia from the past and getting that warm and fuzzy goosebump feeling. I feel those emotions seeing Solo, when they first see the Falcon and the music that corresponds with that, things like that. It's just so cool.
Yep. Yeah, Han meeting Chewie was classic.
Dude, it was funny.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
All right, let's say Solo was the last movie I wanted Disney to make because you had that kind of power. You'd be like, Disney, no more.
Yeah,
no more.
Yeah, but I enjoyed it too.
Good movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So David, what do you normally collect?
I'm a new collector. I'm a new collector.
That was 3.
I am a new gatherer of rare galactic antiquities. No, I love the Black Series. They're my primary. Though after purchasing a hot toy, I will be primarily collecting hot toys.
Still in there.
Hot toys.
Now behind you, that Slave 1 is the paper model, right?
Mm-hmm.
The cardboard?
Yep. It's a paper model. I don't remember
looks
the brand,
great,
but dude, I think it almost passes as the vintage collection one from a distance. It's pretty good. It took forever. It took 10 hours.
Now Joel just build you 1/6 collectibles.
Yes,
also.
I think I'm gonna have him do the 2 tubes for me. And if we actually do the Rancor like we all talked about a couple weeks ago, I'd get in on that too.
Damn.
Yep. It's a dangerous slope.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned, man.
But it's an awesome slope. It's an
It
awesome
is.
slope.
I want the Solo and from the Solo Star Wars Story hot toy. I almost got that. I really want it. It's just pricey since I know they're limited run and X, Y, and Z. But I do love that one. I just love that guy. I think he's a great actor. I don't know his name, but
Alden.
He's that guy. We call him
Alden.
that guy.
Yeah, Alden.
It's Alden Enric or Heinrich?
Yeah, you're on it. That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I love
it. Alden is short for Alderaan.
Alderaan. Yes. Yep. Yes. But hot toys are my new thing, and it's funny. You get one new thing, and you're like, man, I need to redo this entire collection. I got to sell about half of this. It just gets crazy. You got to slow down.
You are evil, dude.
I know. This is
Sean.
This is your purpose in life.
Anytime I have to collect.
I like how whenever he mentions the drinking word, he always puts it in capital letters.
Like caps, yeah.
Like we get too drunk and we can't pick up on the word. Oh, does that say collection?
Mm-hmm.
And you did it again. Thank you. Thank you. What does Toxie Vision say? It says, hey, now I grew up on OT, bad acting and all. I agree, Solo suffered from bad. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I just I think that the Star Wars stories died because of the financial flop that was Solo. In my eyes, it did fine, but by Star Wars standards, it did not do fine, and I think that's what killed that concept.
Well, it was right near The Last Jedi, right? Mm-hmm. When it came out, that's what killed it. I mean, people were selling off their collections after The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's how personal. I would have just taken it like Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Like Book of Boba Fett. I take it the same way. didn't work for me, whatever. But that didn't make me hate or be disgusted with Boba Fett. I still like the costumes. I still liked all that stuff. It's just whatever. It just didn't work.
I sold all sorts of crap after Last Jedi.
Purge.
That was a rough one, man.
I had a fire sale. I was like, I'm fucking done with Star Wars.
You Thanos'd it, right? Start over.
Exactly. Snap your fingers. Gone.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Star check it out. Sean's speaking truth.
We're not too smart. Don't you know?
I got this for you, Sean. This is just for you.
Smart.
I do. Yes. I actually do think they're giving Lando a new show. I saw that announced somewhere.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So I would expect all of them to be back. Or maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, Lando's show would be badass.
I think that'd be so much fun, man.
Are they going to get him back?
That actor?
Yeah, I've read that they're doing that too.
Yeah, Childish Gambino is coming back?
Yeah. I liked him in Community. He was fantastic in that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a good dude.
And he sounds very similar.
Say? Hey, if you listen to Kennedy... Oh, he said the magic word, Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Trigger word.
I'll go back to that after Sean's erection failed. Hey, if you listen to Kennedy, what made it bad was the lack of a young Harrison Ford.
She just screws with the community. We talked about this on PJ and at Sean's show. It's like, I feel like she just comes in every morning and she's like, how badly can we screw with the community today? Let's do like this. It's like,
right.
Well, you wonder this too. How much is it a disconnect? There's so many things that are disconnected from what probably the majority of people are. You know, she's high up there. She's deciding what she wants to do, but doesn't necessarily listen to what the fans want, or is a hardcore fan like we are. Right? It's a different level. So I think that's and you see that in all kinds of things. I mean, your boss may not be able to relate to you because he's up here and you're down here as a grunt, or whatever it is, or even politicians and everything else, right? The disconnect, and I think that's part of it. And when you have the true fans come in to start to take it over, like what we saw with Filoni in the beginning, for sure.
Yeah,
gosh,
I can't wait.
Collect.
We have to get into a segment at some point in this show about I don't remember who posted it. Was it you, Evan? I don't remember who posted it. About like the current status of fandom, like how it's so up and down. It's a very divisive thing, the Star Wars fandom right now. I'm getting tired of it. You're getting tired of it.
Danny I don't remember who posted it in the Facebook group.
There's a couple of us that responded on it. But, man, it's getting old. I'm getting tired of like we're going to talk about Andor. We're going to all disagree about Andor, per usual. And it's like, I know you do, and I don't. And I don't, man. But anyways.
It's made for different, people. That's the cool thing about this. Is they're making stuff that for everybody.
Yeah, man. Dead people got to get shows, too. I get it.
Yep.
Wow.
I didn't mean to go down that rabbit hole already.
Let's put you in a corner.
I don't have my defense team. My team is not here. Bro, I literally I want to like it so much, and I wish Benjamin was here so I could call him out, because he was like, well, we're definitely getting the Prison Escape this week. It's like, they're not.
All right, dude. So if there was a fire in your house, what collectible would you run out with first?
Oh, it's Hot Toys for sure.
If you class your wife as a trophy wife, you grab her.
Okay, that's fair. That I have to. I have to answer that way. This Hot Toy, I'd throw on a Mando helmet and then carry all the rest of them. I don't know if I can get the 3-piece Vader on in time. Yeah, that's about it. And then the Sam Witwer signature. I really appreciate that one.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm on fire.
Right. Yeah, so Dave is not going to make it out.
No, bro. How do you? This stuff is so personal. How do you choose to give any of it up?
Well, it is because some of it's nostalgia, right? Mm-hmm. Because of childhood or whatever, and you're like, that's it, and I just love it. And other things are like, like for us, when we were growing up, technology just started to kick off at a certain point, but not to the point if you were born in the 90s or whatever. I mean, it was like babies were coming out with an iPad. Hannah was out, iPad. We didn't have that. So things like, actually having like a NeoPixel lightsaber is like, wow, I've always wanted one of these. We had flashlights with a frickin' tube on it when we were kids. That's what they were. So getting some of that is exciting and means a lot. But still, like the helmets or props or even some of the toys or whatever, yeah, it's tough. It's tough because you finally have it. At this old age, you're like, finally, it's mine.
And collecting is addicting.
And that's why the older you get, the more you spend on this stuff, because we're at that age where we have more money now.
Well, I absolutely love watching my wife get into things and go, oh, I want this or I want that. I mean, it's like I have to feed it. I'm like, okay, I'll get it or we'll get it or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
it's tough.
It's so awesome.
Yeah.
So awesome.
That's why I've only told Eben, but I'll probably find out in a few days. But I interviewed with Disney, so hopefully I'm going to be working at Galaxy's Edge.
Wow.
So,
dude.
we'll see. I just need, literally, I'm doing a part-time job to pay for collecting.
Are you going to be Boba Fett or Mando?
Whatever they let me do, I probably have the wrong ad. I'll probably be working at Rise of the Resistance because I can talk shit to people really effectively. So
nice.
Be all smug.
Right, they're gonna.
Back
I'm
in
not
the
gonna last
jails.
long there. Like, you made a 6-year-old cry today. I'm like, I'm sorry.
You
He's getting interrogated. What do you want from me?
I don't know how to take this one. Yeah, I don't know how to take this one.
I like watching my wife get into things.
Hopefully those are
Yeah.
good things. And, yeah. Say my wife's like, yeah, cool. Whatever.
Cool. Not sure what that was too, but yeah, cool.
Cool.
So yeah, so I posted your link tree in the description, so it's there. So for everybody watching, check it out. Check David's stuff out.
No, and
there's a lot of people on there you recognize on his podcast. You done what? Gabe, you done George, me, Jeff, Jason.
Who the hell is it from Mandalorian? I already forgot. Dominic Pace, he came on.
He was great. Yeah,
had a few people. Yeah, I have. We've yet to formally link up, but Michael Haas, he's coming on. It's funny.
You had the Buzz Lightyear guy on. I liked him too.
I did. Yep.
That's right. The cosplayer, dude.
Yep.
Costumer. Yeah,
he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I like him. He's at every premiere now. Like, he is messaging me every Disney related premiere. That guy gets invited to. It's really crazy.
Marcel's comment.
the two of them between Marcel and Sean,
they're feeding
like,
off of each other.
We want you to die.
Oh, it's funny.
And I'm so buzzed. What were you talking about?
Evan, it is Friday. You are on the Spice Runners Lounge show.
Yeah.
No, but
I'm
my
already
goal.
finishing my bottle. You had a Galactic Armory on there.
Yep. Aaron. Aaron's a good dude. I really like him.
The guy that's in charge of like the mercs.
Yeah, so the second in charge of the Midway Mercs Costume Club. They're also awesome. I tried to get I don't remember the title, but the head guy of the 501st, and he blew me off, so that's cool. I'm not a fan of the 501st, but one guy can ruin the opinion of a whole group.
David, how do you build out your? I know your calendar is getting pretty busy now, but like,
I can't pay attention to it, man. I have TBI and short-term memory problems, so it's a giant pain in the ass, man. And I double scheduled with David Boudreau. He was supposed to be on my show tonight, and I totally forgot about that. So things like that happen all the time, but it's tough, man. I mean, at first I would send out 100 messages expecting one response, and that's kind of how it was for a little while, and then now it's like. Most people say yes, but I still am in this mindset of people saying no. So I send out 10 at a time, and I'm like, well, I do a show a month, so this is like booked out for a year now, and it's hard to keep up with after a while. It really is. Plus, hanging out with you guys, I'm like, damn, I got double duty here. But I love this is almost more fun than my podcast lately.
It better be.
Well, it is. I get to talk to more people. It's hard to just talk to one person sometimes. I enjoy this style more.
Especially if you're not
Sean,
getting
I'd love
responses.
To have you on.
You're not getting responses from somebody or whatever. You're like, okay.
Well, and I'm aiming for bigger stuff now. Like you meet certain people and you make certain connections. And dude, Sean, I'd love to have you.
Sean Miller episode would be hilarious.
I'd love to talk. Yeah. I'd love to talk about the Boba Fett too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Put a lot of work into it.
You could do both Seans, right? You could do Sean Miller and Sean Stone.
Oh yeah.
No, and 501st, yeah.
Dude, and I reach out to lots
at driver.
Like I have.
It's hard for me to say at.
He says AT.
Right. No, I have some goals. I'm really wanting artists to come on. That's kind of what I'm most... People that make things. Like, one thing I love about podcasting is I try to love stuff. I try to learn stuff. Like, I want to learn about collecting. I want to learn about painting. I want to learn about sculpting. And all these things, I want to learn how to do them myself as a hobby one day. You know, I think a lot of that is therapeutic, and that's what podcasting is for me. It's therapeutic to talk to other people about stuff that's not like my past. Like, I'm just so used to talking about the military and police, and it's cool to have met people that not have to think about that for once, because all those people that I still talk to in my life, that's all they're focused on, and I don't want to relive that stuff anymore. So it's just cool to talk Star Wars, you know?
I
actually am looking forward to David Boudreau's one, because he does so many different things. So he does clay sculpting, drawing, building out stuff. I mean,
and that's what I want to do one day. I want to sculpt.
Storyboarding.
There's a lot of talent there. I mean, because David can make things, but he can also draw. I mean, really good.
Oh yeah.
And we know Marcel can. We know Sean can. They can draw and paint, and it's like that's a talent. You either have it or you don't. You know, it's hard to teach. That all of a sudden you could. I can't do it.
No,
it's like singing. You can't do it. You can do it or you don't. Thank you.
That's what it is, huh?
I sing a little bit on the side.
Sean
I'm just
still
saying.
make it right. That's great.
No, it's fun, man. Like I said,
but three lefts do make it
fact.
right. Just remember that. Go ahead.
Possible. It's technically possible, yes. But I just, when I finally do have time, you know, I'm a stay-at-home dad of a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old, so time is scarce. But you know, I'll scroll social media as much as I despise it. It is a wonderful tool for finding people and finding interesting people, you know, and that's how this all started. I didn't know anybody's name that's been on my show, minus maybe like Dominic Pace, but I see like Evan just showed up, like promoted one of your videos or something like that. I don't remember. It's been a long time now, but I was like, damn, that guy's really cool. He's got a sweet collection. I'll reach out with no expectation of a response, and that's just generally how I approach this. And people want to talk about their stuff. I've learned it's kind of cool.
People, what's the most thing that people want to talk about?
I think that artists want to talk about their art
themselves. That's all you have to.
That was rhetorical. Okay. Okay. That was rhetorical. That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
That's the truth, though, man. But it's fun because it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's the one great thing to talk about.
Well, the thing is, like, you know, we walk into the pandemic and all this other stuff, and it's just politics, and all this crap going through Facebook and all that other stuff, and you're like, oh, I've had enough. And I immediately turned my Facebook into Star Wars stuff. That's all I'd see is the groups. I wouldn't see that crap anymore. And then, of course, the channels that you start following, then you find out that this person knows this person and that person knows this one. And that's when you start to see the community and what's going on. And and all of a sudden you're in it and you're like, this is freaking cool. This is where I want to live. I want to live here.
Right. And you don't realize how many people are closet diehard Star Wars fans. You know, little things like going to UPS to ship something to somebody, and the like franchise owner is like, "Oh, let me show you my collection." You know, I've had that stuff like that happen. It's so cool, man.
What I think we talked about it last show, Evan. I'm curious if you started it, but like even at our work, like we started a whole Slack channel, just Star Wars Slack, and then as we run across people, we're like, "Oh, you like Star Wars? Here, join this Slack channel." Right, so it's like now we have like we got like a group now of like I think 20 people. It started with 2.
That's so cool.
Oh, in a Slack thing?
In Slack, yeah, but it's like people we didn't know. Like you'll see people jump in there and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know he was in the Star Wars. I mean, so it's kind of cool even if you're like working with a big group of people. Like you start to like kind of mention it a little bit, and people are like, oh man, I love Star Wars. I watch everything about it, and you know I do this and that with it. And you're like, okay, cool. Like join this. Right.
Yeah, true.
So it's just cool.
I was at a work event yesterday, and I was wearing short sleeves because normally I wear long sleeves. And they're like, "You like Star Wars?" Because they see all my Star Wars tattoos. I'm like, "Hell yeah!" They're like, "How do you never talk about it?" I'm like, "We're too busy talking about work."
Right.
Yeah.
And then the whole night, instead of talking about work, we're talking about Star Wars.
That was probably the best day of work ever.
Hell yeah!
Absolutely.
I was like, "Oh, I got some new friends."
Right. Dude, that's awesome. We'll bring them into Spice Runners.
Yeah. Totally.
No, man, it's cool. It's a cool community that I never thought existed because prior to starting the podcast, things were things were tough. I was dealing with some things, and then do this kind of 180, like with 2022, that was like a major turning point for me. So it's really cool, and I'll say thank you to you guys, because you guys individually contributed to that without even knowing it. So.
See, that's how it works. I think the other thing too is that
community does.
People that are really, really into Star Wars and Star Wars things and the collecting and all that other stuff, it's a certain type of person that you just automatically get along with.
Right.
You're automatically like brothers with these types of people.
Like you got that thing. Yeah.
It's easy. Yeah, it's just easy. It's easy to chat and talk.
It's a good escape. Yeah.
It is, man. It is such a good escape. Just get lost in that for a little bit.
Yeah. I'd also go back to the 80s in a heartbeat.
No,
The 80s were awesome.
Yeah,
you could go outside and get lost. Nobody's going to page you or call you.
It's probably
I
nice.
think you're just like streetlights. If streetlights are on, I better be home.
In the back
That's
of the
all I
milk
need.
carton.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Amazing how far your mom's voice carried.
Oh my God.
Back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Santino.
5 blocks
down
away.
Well, like, when they would sit there and they say, be in before the streetlights come on, that kind of crap, I'd always be the one under the streetlight that was broken. Be like,
this guy. I'm back, putos.
That's so fun.
Happy birthday, dude. Now
Yeah,
that you're
happy
on, if you
birthday.
hear it, say it.
Parachute pants. Yeah, see?
Oh, man.
Bring it back. Yep. See, even Sean. Yes, bring back the 80s. I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived them in watching Terminator, if that counts.
Yeah. No, it was very similar. It was like exactly like that. That's how the 80s were.
That's how I picture
Terminator.
it. Exactly how I picture it.
Terminator.
Sounds like a cool time to live.
It was great.
I love the Terminator.
I'll tell you. The big hair, the wild fashion. But yeah, it was a great time. Great time, because also too, new things were coming out that were the first whoa. I also think the 80s was the best time to actually, if I was old enough, to seriously make money. Because people figured things out then and were able to create things that now it's like everybody's done. You think you have an original idea? Nah. Somebody else has done it.
I loved those fat laces in the 80s. Remember those
what?
fat laces? The fat, colorful laces that you used to get?
Yeah.
You wrap them around your arms, make them like armbands and stuff for a while. Yeah.
Were you a break dancer, Jeff?
I tried, but...
You tried?
Yeah. I just started looking like it, that's all.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That was cool. Oh, man.
Yeah. Let me show you my breakdance.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Right.
I couldn't move that fast.
Right.
Even back
I just
then.
got a flag of you know what? No, it wasn't me, but yeah. I ran. I ran so far away. Yeah, I did.
No, I don't even know if it's like going back on track a little bit. I don't even know if I enjoy podcasting. I just enjoy being able to talk to people that I can't physically sit in front of with. And it's a cool outlet to do it,
So you enjoy talking to people that you can't sit in front of.
Right, like I can't, none of you guys minus Eben is even reasonably close.
Okay, I
mean?
took it differently. Like, I don't want to be physically near you.
No, I fucking hate you, but I'll talk to you, yeah. No.
Yeah.
The emo version of it.
No, I mean, like, it gives you access to people that you could never get to.
Yeah.
Flip it around.
Do you think that changed because of the whole, like, obviously work and everything was different with the COVID stuff, but do you think you would have a different opinion without COVID?
I mean, probably not. It's funny that you say that, because
Look at the next one.
I've
Grab
been
the next
frozen
one.
in times.
No, so you can fart in peace. That's what he says.
That's a valid point. But you can just hit mute when you gotta go. No, it's actually. I'm a diehard introvert outside of this, which you probably like. I avoid if I'm walking on the sidewalk. I'm like, who's crossing? Who's to avoid each other? Like I get social anxiety like crazy. Like I don't like talking to people. I avoid my neighbors. Like I'm that weirdo. But when it comes to Star Wars and this, it's like I'm a totally different person. Yeah, it's like a different hat.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So social anxiety.
Hardcore. I mean, it's like I don't want to go outside.
See, if you would have saw this dude at MegaCon, you would have never known that.
No,
he's over there running around with a robe and a lightsaber.
Yeah,
he's like
picking fights with people.
Yeah, but it's just a different. I don't know how to explain that, but it's
like you're in your element. That's why.
Yeah, I found my element. Like Star Wars is definitely.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it's like when we've done trade shows and other stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I'm that social butterfly. I talk to everybody, and I get to know a lot of people, and a lot of people know me. But it's like on Facebook, I'm just kind of like scroll. You just don't see it. I think part of it is because I'm more used to interacting with people than I am behind something. You know, like a computer. I'm used to talking with people and getting to know people. That's just me.
Yeah, I think
Do you still remember your Instagram password, Scott?
No.
I figured as much. If you ever go in there one day, you're gonna see that I tagged you in probably like 100 posts.
Yeah, I see it every once in a while.
I tag you all the time. Like,
yeah, no, please keep doing it. Keep doing it because that looks like I'm alive and I'm doing something. And I'll get back into the routine of it. I think the thing is like, you know, like we said with the whole pandemic and all that stuff that went down, I just turned everything into Star Wars and just kind of, you know, I'm still on there. I'm still checking things and all that other stuff. I'm just not posting like I used to. And I just need to get back into that.
It is good to step away for a little bit, though. Too.
Yeah, but it's also you're busy. You know, work is really busy and hard, consuming, and it's tough. My hat's off to Eben with his kind of a schedule and what he can still pull off and do and tag and it's pretty amazing.
Killing myself. I try to do at least one post, a week if I can at a minimum.
Yeah.
I just figured out how to add music on Instagram. I was like, "Oh,
Jeff is hitting the big
man."
Yeah.
You can do links. You can do music.
Yes,
well, I don't know if links is for everybody has it, but
no, doesn't everybody have it? I thought they did.
Yeah, Marcel, that was definitely the smell of the '80s, and same with that. What's the Australian one? What's the other Australian one? That smell. It's like Aussie. Somebody will tell me. My wife will tell me. It was a hairspray that's like Aussie.
Bro. It's still a thing.
Yeah. That's the smell of the '80s.
Isn't that what you use in the '80s?
Yeah, that's the bougie spray, Scott.
That's bougie. Yeah. That is not a 1980s term. No.
I'd wind up with it too because my hair would get all blown out like this before I get on stage.
Bougie.
That's
hanging out with the youngsters at work, David.
I'm always
the me's of the world.
Bougie. Yeah.
Work hard, play hard.
Bougie.
Oh man.
Gucci. That was the other one I learned this year. That's Gucci.
That's good. Well, this was also part of, if you want to get into clones, Drakkar, Obsession, some of those.
It's funny, I still buy my dad Drakkar every year.
That's so funny.
I don't know what he does with it.
That is so funny.
It's like
this fucking guy still thinks we're in the 80s and shit.
Hey, he picked his favorite decade state.
Well, it's like the few times I've ever been in a strip club, they all wear the same perfume. And then if you're out, it's just certain smells stick with me. You're out somewhere and you smell it, you're like,
that's
what you up to?
That's straight fish, bro. That's not
Did you see a fish fry? That's funny. So I posted David's link. Link tree in the chat. So if you guys want to see all of his stuff, he's got a TikTok now. He's got a YouTube channel now. He got a podcast.
I don't like TikTok, but it is effective. It is effective. I don't like it, but it is effective.
And then you got this thing that says Vader's Sabers. Tell us about that.
I don't make much, but I am sponsored by a couple of companies, which is pretty cool. I never thought that would happen. And Vader Sabers is one of them. They're a custom Xenopixel lightsaber company, and it's cool, man. Like I have one of their sabers. It's the hero because they can't, for copyright reasons, call it Luke. But it's a custom lightsaber company, and if you use our code Black Spire, you get 5% off, and then we're also sponsored by Galactic Armory, and that one's 10% off. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Aaron's a good dude. I really like him. I learned a lot about 3D printing from him. Dude. He's a genius. It's cool.
I'm going to have to use that because he has some good STL files.
Yeah, man. And he does 10% off. That's pretty cool.
Nice. And this stuff's already cheap. So
and not a lot of people want to go that high with sponsorships, I've learned. So that's pretty cool.
No, that's
very
cool, man.
dude. That's very cool.
Yeah. That and those just kind of happened. Like neither of them were my idea. It was just randomly people like, hey, man, like you make enough videos. You want to do this? Yeah, sure. It's kind of cool.
That's cool, man. Anything else you want to share with the group before we start talking about some Andor?
Before we Andor, yeah.
No, I mean, I appreciate people checking it out. I mean, it means a ton because it's I don't know if you don't make your own content at that frequently, it takes up so much of your time. So one little thing, if you get 5 views on it, that's a win. You know, it takes so much time to record and edit and all that. And I have no background in any of this stuff, so it's even more challenging.
Yeah, but you get better at it each time you do it.
You do, yeah. And I need to upgrade my sound and my video. But I set a number for my budget to start this thing, and I've stuck with it. Like everything's fine. Nobody's really complained about it too much yet. So until that, I mean, right off the bat, some guy like told me episode 1. He's like, "Hey, like, have you seen Joe Rogan? Like, yours should kind of sound like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Let me make sure to invest in all that stuff right now." But
the thing is, when you put yourself out there, there's always that one person that makes comments and shit.
Yeah, we've talked
shit
about
ain't
that
good,
before.
never. You know.
You know, it doesn't matter if somebody's comparing you to like Joe Rogan, whether if you hate him or like him or whatever. The guy's huge. He has a huge following.
I know.
So just take it. Always find the positive out of the shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and I learned that was actually the hardest thing, and that's if anybody out there is interested in doing something similar, it is hard to listen to critique. At least for me, it's painful. I do not like being critiqued, and I think that has a lot to do with my past. But yeah, man, that one guy, and he'd listen to everything and then still critique me. Like, he would hate my shit, but still listen to it on a weekly basis. And it's like, this makes zero sense. Like, do you get off to this or what?
Right?
No, you have
I got a couple of those too.
Yeah.
Always talking shit, but they still watch it. I'm like, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Those are the comments.
You know, and I watch a lot of other people like Evans and George, like the 2 primary channels I watch, and try to learn different lighting things and you know, angles with cameras and different stuff, and it's cool. So I appreciate like people like you guys that kind of, in my opinion, kind of set the standard. Like especially with what George does, his shit's off the
George is
chain.
like next level, man.
You search Star Wars on YouTube, his channel definitely comes up. So it's crazy.
I like the new things that he does with the
dude. Yeah,
transitions. Yeah,
they're great. Like, what he does is, and it's funny because.
But go back 2 years or whatever, and you can see the evolution.
Right,
you can see how he's doing the same thing. He's learning and picking up from other people.
When you invest a little more in it, you know, you get more confident, and that's the biggest thing. Is at what point do you invest in your ability to do something? You know?
Yeah.
He went to school for like digital art too, so
and it shows.
That's why his shit, you can tell. You know, it's like fantastic.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's still.
Well, it's like when he does the lightsaber reviews and a little cartoon comes out.
Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, man,
I love that.
Legit.
I love that. Yeah.
Like when I met Eben and at MegaCon, and they were, you know, J2SO was there and George and Flex, and I didn't know I met George, and I've been watching his stuff for a long time, and for whatever reason I didn't recognize him. But I left and I was like, dude, that was the Medina Lauren. Like, I messaged him, and then we hit it off, became friends. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's like, dude, it's an honor to meet you. Like, that's crazy.
I do miss the little nerdgasm things, though.
Yes, right.
Oh, MC.
Nerdgasm.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But that is one thing, like, people, you know, I used to listen to a lot more podcasts. Like, what got me into podcasting was Rebel Force Radio. I love those guys, what they do. I still think they do great, but I don't listen to other people's podcasts anymore. Yeah. I have no interest in it because I put so much time into my own, and I'm like, I just don't have I don't want to. Like, I'll throw up trying to take in too much stuff, you know?
Yeah,
definitely.
I've focused my attention span to a few now too.
Yeah, I had to shorten that bandwidth.
Yeah, you know, like Collection Wars, you know, Sifcast, you know, General Kenobi's Bunker. I'll tune into his.
Right. It's tough, man. It's because you dedicate so much time to creating content that you got to be selective with what you.
Right.
It's really you guys, and yeah, like you said, I Collection and George. That's about it.
Oh, yeah.
I said it. You're right.
I'm out. I gotta get another one before we talk again.
We'll get another one before we get to Andor.
We'll hit Andor next. I think. I don't.
Yeah. All right.
So Andor and Window.
If you get in your drink, we'll start teeing up the next episode.
Right.
Yeah. So thanks, David. Thanks for taking time. Talk about your background.
Good work.
Yes.
Everybody watching. There's a lot of links in the chat. There's links in the description. Check out David's stuff, you know, and especially, you know, take advantage of some of those deals that he has on there with the discount codes.
And if anybody has any feedback, I'm very open to constructive criticism. I love engaging with
your
people.
Lighting sucks, your camera sucks.
It does.
I'm sorry.
It absolutely does.
I'm
I totally agree.
kidding, dude. I'm
I
totally
totally
kidding.
agree.
Totally kidding.
But it's funny, like Scott, before we got to know each other well, he always used to give me like tips. Hey, you know, you should do this with your lighting or do this with your sound.
Well, you can't help it because you see how great it is, and you're like, man, if you just do that little thing, it just goes boom. You know what I mean?
I started tweaking everything, based on everybody's feedback. Like you, George, everybody was always giving me some kind of feedback, and I was like, oh yeah.
And then you're worried. Like, oh, did I say something? Because you're not. That's not the intent. The intent is to help a brother out and be like, hey, I learned this. I needed to learn this. Can you know?
Oh yeah, like I never took it the wrong way. I was like, oh hell yeah, that's a good idea. You know?
But it's better when it comes from friends. You know,
absolutely.
It is obviously better that way. But it's funny, like when we met up at Galaxy's Edge, Eben, George, and I, and George gave me this brand new Yeti mic, and I'm like, it's fucking rocket science to me. You know, I still couldn't figure out how to use it. And then Eben came over and was trying to explain to me how to do this thing. I still don't understand. I'm archaic with this. It's a miracle I can even sign in. So
that's
baby steps, brother. Baby steps.
Yeah, right. Baby steps. I can hit the power button.
That's why you went to the Army.
That's. Dude, a decade of fucking shoveling shit and carrying a gun. That's all I understand. This is rocket science compared to that.
I'm still using my $9 earpods from Amazon.
But you sound better than half the time when I come on with a mic and
I know. I'm like,
all right.
Plugged right in.
I need some new headphones because mine keep dying. I don't know what I keep doing wrong.
I went cheap. These are like $20.
So these Beats, they've had these Beats for a while, but the batteries don't last on them anymore.
Yeah.
It's like rechargeable, and they last like an hour and then they die. And then I got
Marcel,
like
you're killing me.
Loud because they'll give feedback on the mic.
All right.
Mm-hmm. So I'm running off the Mac speakers right now, so I can hear some of the stuff, but I can't hear my mixer right now.
So there you go. You've got the Canadians that are teaming up against. I use these. They're in ears, but they're generic. They're not shaped to my ear or anything like that. And I use these all the time. They're fantastic. I forget which ones they are. I could tell you if anybody's interested. This is one way. I mean, Jeff is using the microphones on the one that he's using. Yeah.
Right. No, we'll talk after the show because I do want to look at some other options too.
Mm-hmm. There she is.
Yeah, so let's talk about
episode
America? 9, guys, Andor. So the episode title is called Nobody's Listening. It was directed by Toby Haynes and written by Bo William Maughan. I think that's how you say it. So here we meet some new characters. Dr. Gorst, he was interrogating Biggs, and I guess spoiler alert, we're going to be talking about Andor.
Spoiler alert.
Andor.
Yep. So
I'll be right back.
We see some ISB stuff. We see Serial, trying to mac with the lieutenant here, and
bro, that sequence.
That was creepy, wasn't it?
That was some pedo stuff, man. That was crazy.
We see more of the prison, and then we understand that once you go to prison, you don't leave. So overall, what do you guys think about this episode? David, we'll start with you, man.
I don't want to be the guy I was last week, but
I know you hate the show. But what do you think?
No. I do not hate the show. I can respect it for what it is, but that's it. This was an incredibly boring episode for me. There were some cool things. I thought the torture device is kind of cool, and it got very interesting when they're explaining these creatures as they die, and it's like that guy was like a serial killer explaining that stuff, but I just thought it was drug on and unnecessary. I'm waiting for the breakout.
Yeah. What about you, Jeff?
So I actually did go into this episode with more expectations than it delivered this time, I think. Like for the first time in the whole series. Like I did think they were going to have, I was set up for more action this week. Like I thought they would have at least partial some of the breakout, right? And then to have it just I'm kind of with David this week, actually, where it kind of just drug a little bit. And I hate we talked about this on another show, I hate the Serial line. Like this, there better be a big payoff for this because we've wasted a lot of time with his whole thing. So
it's going to be like Reva with Kenobi, right? They built her up for nothing.
Yeah. And then so there better be some payoff at the end of this for him.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, we heard 12 episodes. You're like, oh, awesome, 12 episodes. And now you're thinking, shit, 12 episodes. Is that because are they stretching the crap out of it now?
They're telling a lot of story. Yeah,
They are.
I
do
think
like.
a lot of this stuff could have been chopped up.
Yeah, so I do still like it. I like it from a story perspective, and like you were talking about, Evan, it's so different, right? And I like the writing and the acting is really good in it.
I agree with that.
But yeah, I did expect more out of this episode this time. So, but yeah, and I rewatched it now. I gave it a high rating on BJ's show, but like I've rewatched it twice now, and I'm like,
Benjamin, is that you?
So
it must.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it like on Wednesday. George had asked me, "Hey, you want to do a show and talk about the episode on Hyperdrive?" And I was like, "Fuck!" I'm like, I've had one of those days at work where I didn't even get a chance to watch it. And so I was in my car trying to watch it on the phone, and then I got home too late, and I just watched it today. Finally, like without interruptions, without being rushed.
So it's fresh.
So it's fresh for me, and I actually enjoyed this episode. It's the storytelling is it's slow,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't really care about that. But I think they're just telling too much story, and we're kind of losing like the big picture. Like what are we trying to do here?
Yeah. I agree with that. You're telling story, but like, what story are you telling? That the Empire's bad? Like, no fucking shit, the Empire's bad. We all know that.
Yeah. So this arc, I think, is more focused on the prison and trying to find Andor and Andor, breaking out. I think that's going to be the focus.
I mean, it's cool what they did with I don't remember his name. We just talked about the Snoke guy in the comments. We've spent 2 episodes convincing him that you don't need to be in line with the prison. You can also be with us inmates. Yeah, and it's like, all right, that seems like the point of this, of what's going on there. I don't know, man. I have higher expectations, and I'm being let down. There are great aspects of it, sure, but
so there's a funny story. So I talked to my my parents. Right, I've been watching this. Right.
Oh wow.
And so because they're like, "What's up, like Star Wars? Let's watch this." So they've been watching it, and my mom loves it because she loves the whole like espionage and like the spy type aspect of it. And she's funny because she's like, my dad's like, "Meh, it's okay," and she's like, "Yeah, he falls asleep like partway through it." Right, so it's like I feel like that's how we've broken up as far as the community goes with it. Right, like some people are just really bored with it, and others are like the story and the espionage and the.
But there is no espionage, man. There's like I think of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy as espionage in a similar way that it is a slow story that doesn't have a lot of action, but there's a lot more going on there. This is like not espionage. It kind of was. There's some of it, but it's
there's some elements to it, but not in every episode.
Dragging it a bit, like Evan
said.
Yeah. It's a little bit of
what do you think about this episode?
That's what it needs. It needs dragons.
That'd be cool.
Oh man, we need to have a whole different show on House of Dragons. I finally caught up to that.
That one's awesome.
Dude, that season finale, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Disintegrated the other one.
Yeah. I know, right? That was pretty crazy.
So what'd you think about this episode, Scott? Did you like it or?
No, It's like I'm enjoying it, but there's been a few things that pull me out of the Star Wars universe in it. And it's like that's the only thing that I'm like, oh, okay, just stop, just enjoy it for what it is and stop doing it, because just certain things I'm just not used to, that have come in, like the TV screen or it's just some of it. I'm enjoying it. I think it's well done. I think it's well put together, but I'm also at a point where it's like, okay, where are we going? What are you building? What are we doing? I'm kind of getting to that point to where it's like I'm finding myself kind of, as I'm watching the episode, granted it's late at night for me when I watch it, but I'll start to doze off or kind of not go to sleep, but kind of like, lose attention for it for a little bit, and then I'll come back to it. I mean, I had a good friend of mine when I was at the event last week, comes up to me and he goes, yeah, Andor's not doing it for me. That's the first words out of his mouth. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's like, yeah, Andor's not doing it for me. I'm like, okay. That was his hello.
Yeah, it could be General Kenobi's bunker. It could be. I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, it's I think the little things that are pulling me out I'm not enjoying, but I am enjoying it. I just have to take it over here somewhere. You know what I mean?
You know, examples of we all got mad that Obi-Wan was six episodes and it was advertised an hour and not a single one of them was an hour. So we're like, okay, well, we're going to get 12 this time. It's like, oh man, we're going to get so much story. And it's like, man, for 2 episodes, I've watched them build unknown Imperial parts over and over and over again for like half the episodes. And it's not very interesting to me.
That one that you just brought up, I agree. I agree there.
Talking crap.
There's my homie.
He's been listening, Astor. So.
Your ass is sore? What? Oh, Astor.
Bro, if you
just try to relax.
Hey, you put those kind of comments in the chat, you can get it.
I just don't think that this series and most Star Wars series, I'm not going to specify, but most Star Wars series are not that lightning in a bottle like the original Star Wars. It's missing aspects.
I don't expect that. And then the thing is, Jason made a really good point that Edmund had brought up here. We'd be bitching if it was only 6 episodes. Absolutely.
Agreed.
Like I said, I think what they're doing with it as a series is good. I mean, the acting's good, the cinematography is good. All the stuff that makes a good series is there. But as far as me classing it as Star Wars, I'm not feeling it. There's little things here and there, like when we saw the K2SO droids and the shore troopers, you're like, ooh, Star Wars, you know?
Right.
There's certain things, but a lot of this has been something else. And I think that's what the intent is, too. Is to give you something else rather than, oh, there goes a Star Destroyer, there's an X-Wing, you know what I mean? All of it in your face. I think that's what they're doing.
I hate to say is, all of what you just said, that stuff, that's StarArs. The rest of it, I don't recognize it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I need a Jedi battle every 5 seconds.
No, that's kind of what I was talking about.
Make me feel like
there's a lot of it that pulls me out of that universe.
Like, I hate that once upon a time we saw this stuff in film of Star Wars, like that's Star Wars, that's Star Wars, that's Star Wars. And now I'm like getting real excited to see a stormtrooper in the background 5 shots ago. You know, it's like, oh my god, like did you guys see that stormtrooper? We took that for granted. Because it's gone now.
I think when they promoted this show too, they didn't like promise us what everybody's expecting. They didn't promise us TIE fighter fights and space fights.
No, they didn't. No,
it was all based on planets and jungle warfare. And
I hope that season 2 goes into his origins in the rebellion. Because so far, like what rebellion? Andor and the rebellion, or what's up?
Brian's loving it. Yeah,
what's each of yours like? So, Evan, what's your top moment, like your single moment of the series so far? Like where you're
the heist, of course.
The heist.
The heist.
The what?
The heist.
The heist.
Was
the
fun,
heist was great. Yeah.
That episode was great. Yeah.
That's all we've got, in my opinion, so far, is the heist.
See, I liked the TIE fighters. Like after as they're breaking it, they're getting in and getting out of the heist. The TIE fighters loading up. Like
TIE fighters were cool, yeah.
Right. So like, there's singular moments. I think there's like splashes in Andor.
Right.
I just wish there were a little more of those splashes. So, yeah.
Well, I agree with Chris here. He goes, I know it's been said before, but I wish Obi-Wan and Boba Fett would have been treated more like the Andor has been so far.
That's
Agreed.
A bold statement, I think. It depends on how you do it. If you go this route of just kind of random, drawn out, doesn't even... It looks like Star Wars, you're in Star Wars, but the story's kind of irrelevant to Star Wars. That would destroy those 2 characters that are legacy characters. Not that they didn't already destroy Boba Fett.
They kind of destroyed one.
They took a giant shit on Boba. You couldn't have done it much worse, I agree.
Yeah. I would have been okay with a longer backstory on Book of Boba Fett. Like the whole time he was in Tatooine with the Tuskens, and that would have been cool.
Right.
I would have been happy with that.
No.
12 episodes of that.
Yeah, that would have been fucking fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this?
Not how old and decrepit he was.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's get into the show. Let's go through some of these scenes. So we got what's her name? Dreda?
I think so.
It's dead. I think it's dead.
Dedra?
She's so uninspiring. I don't remember.
So you got Bix.
That torture scene was pretty rough. That one was rough.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. What pieces from Andor are you going to add to your collection? Not a fucking thing.
Yeah, you didn't
let me answer,
dude.
Yeah.
Because I know it's rhetorical, Scott, since you like to throw me rhetorical questions.
I do.
There's going to be some hot toys you're going to buy from this watch.
No, there are not.
You heard it here now. He's like, nope.
Yeah. I'll buy Tim, the dead version of Tim. I'll buy that one.
You gotta buy Bix.
No,
Bix.
I don't. I just don't care. She's cool. She's attractive, but beyond that, she serves very little purpose. To this point, it might change.
Wow, he's so mean.
Yeah.
All right, go on, Evan.
No, nothing. So Salmon Pack. I don't know if you guys remember in the last episode. Forrest Whitaker's character, Sal.
Saw Gerrera.
So Luthen had asked him to go meet up with this guy Salmon Pack, and he's like, no, I don't want to deal with that guy. He sucks. Pretty much. And the next thing you know, Salmon Pack got narrowed down as one of the conspirators for all this crap, and yeah, he gets killed. So good thing Sal didn't go meet up with him.
Right.
Yeah. But at least right here they show you how the ISB doesn't play around with the civilians. They'll torture you. They'll do whatever they need to. There's no real military protocol.
Yep.
So that is kind of scary. Just imagine, people just showing up to your house and saying,
Yeah.
"All right, we're gonna interrogate your ass." So we're back on the prison scene, level 5. They're building what we think are Death Star parts, probably.
Death Star parts, TIE parts. I mean, everybody's got all kinds of different theories. What do you guys think?
Where's Benjamin?
Sean brought up a good point the other day too. It's a movable part too, right? They're building a movable part. It's not like a panel, right? So
it has joints on it. So
yeah.
More importantly, do you think we ever actually find out, or we just escape?
We probably won't find out.
Exactly. Season 2.
It's like they dropped the whole Cassian's sister thing very quickly.
They did.
Whatever happened to that storyline?
I don't know.
Yeah, it may come back. You don't know.
It may come back. And find out Bix is his sister, probably. Who knows?
Season 4.
And then this old dude gets hurt.
Oh,
right. He gets more than hurt.
Well, yeah. Eventually, he dies. But
spoiler, David. Jeez, we're not there yet.
He's just hating. He's like, I don't want to talk about this.
Man, I do. I will participate, but you can't have just positive. You got to have somebody on the other side.
You're that guy.
The dark side.
Because Flex ain't here.
But we got the manager. He's like, whose swap idea was this? And Andor's like, oh, it was that guy.
That's a good voiceover, Evan.
That is.
No, that was
totally sold it.
And you got the doctor here. He's like, ha ha ha.
This guy, serial killer, straight up serial killer.
I'm gonna kill you. That's funny.
That's awesome.
And your sister is a space whore. Can we get that one up there, please?
Oh yes, absolutely, no problem.
Oh yeah, Brian. Yeah, well, Brian said this is totally THX.
It does.
Totally.
Yeah, I think that's the absolute inspiration for it.
A lot of the scenes are like scene by scene or THX.
Exactly. Space War. That's nice.
Who said Space War? Left Coast?
Yeah, Left Coast. Yeah, it's like what do you call a hooker with a runny nose?
That's funny. What do you call her?
You call her full.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
This is my space whore.
Space whore. Oh, that's funny.
So this device kind of reminds me of the one from Cloud City.
Lobot.
Yeah, that Lobot.
Yeah. Eben, you're gonna get one of them in your collection. That's about the only thing.
Hell
that's
yeah.
Cool.
Oh, there it goes. David found something.
I did it. There it is.
You could convert your headset like that.
I probably
Yeah,
could.
that would be cool.
That
right?
actually probably pretty easy.
Probably what it is. Put some 3D printed parts on it.
It probably says Sony on the side, knowing this show.
It does look like a Sony headphone from the 90s.
It says lights in it.
Where is Benjamin when you need
Other than that, you just put them on like this, right?
Yeah.
Put them on sideways.
Space buns.
Now does she work at
I used to wear them like this, and you'd be like the Bane.
Yes, Darth Bane. Oh, not Darth Bane, other Bane. Batman Bane.
Like this part right here I didn't get. I'm like, okay, he's cutting into a small
I know. I was like, okay, is this the escape? What is he trying to do?
Yeah, well, what's the impact of doing this?
It's the
We have not
elevator.
forgotten, Sean. We have not forgotten.
They brought somebody on the set that was like, do you know anything about jails? All right, just cut that thing over there. Cool.
Cut that.
Well, remember, because he's trying to stop the elevator part way, right?
Yeah, he did
That's
talk
right.
about that.
That's right. So it's probably hydraulics to that.
Something.
And of course, it's in his cell.
Exactly. I'm gonna overlook that.
It's in the bathroom. Remember, he went to the bathroom.
Cell, right?
Jason said shaft.
No, he said I'm taking my break, and then he went to like a room. And it looked like
it was the bathroom.
It's not really bathroom. It's a room down there.
That's all white.
I love how everybody's on it. It's power cables, elevator, but I mean everybody's just absolutely on it. You guys are amazing.
Nobody else notices that one little panel that's all banged up and dented either.
I know, right?
They're like, that one looks all.
Well, because I think they even said the guards don't really like pay attention to them.
Well, they probably have their own special bathroom. Come on.
Yes, the walls are
so
gray.
He kind of like foreshadowed this in the first episode or whatever, second episode, where he's like, how'd you get this part? Nobody sees me. I just walked there and grabbed it.
Right.
And this is pretty much what's going on here. They like those guards don't give a shit about these prisoners.
No.
Been cutting into it for weeks.
Table 5. He's like, oh, what am I doing? Oh, we're putting these things together. I got
I agree with that.
Yeah, that was this one that Chris brings up. I like it when the door closes as Bix is being tortured. That was straight out of A New Hope, where they bring it in for Leah, and then they close the door. The focus is on the floor, and then they go across. It was identical to that. I think everybody caught that.
You know what we should do?
To the door. Yep.
You know what we should do? I mean, we should do like Monkey Lizard and do like one episode where like you have a part and Scott has a part, and we'll just make shit up for the one episode.
Let's do that in our last episode of the year.
That would be awesome. We're just like each person has a part. We're like, no, I'm not doing that, you asshole.
Astor, come here.
Yeah, Astor, get over here. Quit cutting the pipe.
And get your brother ass window. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why you have to take a piss every 5 minutes.
So Mon Mothma is complaining about stuff.
Now you got me screwed up. I can't even say it.
I know. I said it too quick. My brain is like slow and my mouth is fast.
Got the same problem. Yep.
I think she's a fantastic
they're not listening
actress.
to her. And
she is. She is fantastic. I agree.
Oh, she's
but you
great.
can tell when she's doing this, nobody wants to hear it.
No, they turn off the lights on their things.
They're like, whatever.
They're being rude, turning off lights, and yelling at her like, boo.
Except for E.T.
Yes, except for E.T.
E.T. leaves
Be
his light
good.
up.
Yeah,
E.T.'s his phone at home.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you got a call for the residence. Your cousin's here. At the embassy? Yeah, she's at the embassy. And then they're talking...
High fives.
This was kind of dumb. The sign language, it's like...
What do you guys know? But it's very accurate to
I thought it was like some 80s hip-hop shit.
Right? It's like, what are they saying? What are they saying?
It's real, though. That's how it works. They talk through windows to each other just like that.
Oh, yeah, I figured that. There's prison language.
That's exactly what it is.
Well, it's like, I think with all this, we're starting to figure out that it's almost like, Hotel California, nobody leaves.
Yeah, nobody leaves.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, no.
Just slave labor. That's pretty much it.
Yep.
I just think it's funny that guy right there, I don't remember his name, thinks they give a shit about him.
Well,
this guy?
Manager?
Yeah.
Andy Serkis?
Snoke.
Yeah. And Gollum. He did a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. He's also
he's a great actor. He's doing
also the gorilla, isn't he?
Fantastic actor.
Yeah, and he was what was the girl's name? Planet of the Apes. Caesar.
Yeah, Caesar. He was Caesar, yeah.
He was Caesar as well? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, cleaned up Vel. She looks good.
Yeah, it's cool that they're related.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Didn't they ask her about... Didn't he ask her, like, if she's seen anybody or anything like that or something?
The husband?
Yeah.
At the dinner table later?
Yeah, asking her, and she's like, no, I'm a carpet muncher. That kind of a thing.
Yeah, she got at that, yeah.
She's like, yeah, I got a Cinta waiting for me.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all THX right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, totally. But, if you look at their uniforms, you see his is a little different, meaning higher rank, I'm guessing.
He's the manager,
Status,
that he's got the orange. But also, too, the colors they chose, the white and the orange is very, very Star Wars-y, with stuff. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah. Remember Kelly, we had him on the show. He said you always have to put something orange on her.
Yeah.
X-Wing pilots.
So we got
Evan's
more
going to have
ISB.
a reproduction of this room done in his room.
I would assume so, yes.
This is dope, dude.
No,
I bet you
the sets
like
look
Austin
great.
will do this, or Solo Bones will do this, and Joel. This will be a good diorama. You know, Brian makes dioramas. He'll do
Brian does amazing. Dude, that last one you did, Brian, freaking beautiful.
this. Oh hell yeah! He'll be on the show next week, so
Yeah.
we get to like deep dive some of his stuff.
Yeah, X-Wing colors are more red. It's more that caboose red or that dark red with the off-white. But yeah, the orange and the white were more like cases and things like that you saw, I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong.
We got some more shots here of different levels. I think it's the first time we see more levels, because before we just see like one, maybe one level below.
I thought it was interesting when they were sign languaging. He's like, the messages take like X time to get
Like a couple of days, yeah.
Right, and it's one word or whatever at a time. That kind
I'm
of
like,
thing.
I don't understand that part. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe because it's going from one level to another level to another level based on the.
Well, one guy works. Yeah, one guy works the night shift. The other guy works the day. So
Yeah,
it
and
takes
then it's
longer.
kind of it's like telephone, right? Except the way Evan would be doing it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Did he just put his ass on the glass?
Pressed ham.
That means somebody died.
Yeah.
See, they don't give a shit about us. Level 2 got destroyed.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's also watching the realization with him that he's like, I've only got so many more days. I'm just going to do what I got to do. And then he starts to realize he's effed. He starts to turn. And that was cool.
217 days
I like
left.
this one. Ed Brimley looking eyes.
Something better happened with this guy. Because to be honest, I'm kind of bored with with his mom, and it's getting boring.
He becomes an inquisitor.
He's gonna kill his mom.
I want to record all of these episodes and just delete everything he's in.
I fucking hate him. Yeah, with a passion, and his mom.
Well, maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point.
But like, I hate him in like a useless way. Like, you took up my time that I can never have back.
Yeah,
right. He's eating cereal again.
Yep, blueberries.
He drinks the milk though out of the bowl.
Yeah,
right.
Fucking
what a good kid.
Don't waste it.
So let's see what's over here with some props we can make for our house.
Yeah, ice cream machine in the back.
Yes,
nice.
I don't know what that. Yeah,
no.
Cone, make snow cones.
Snow cone maker, I like it.
Yeah.
All right, here's Rick's thought. Cereal will rise up and share a blanket with Dedra.
She might not be alive though.
Yeah, right.
The whole next episode, Cereal's making a blanket.
Yeah, he's got Ted. he's got Ted Bundy vibes without a doubt.
It reminds me of like season 2 of American Horror Story, where they were like making like lamps out of skins and shit.
Oh yeah. That I got that
a
vibe.
blanket out of another ISB agent.
That was the creepiest scene in Star Wars history. When he like pulled her aside as she's trying to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
So the dinner party was okay, whatever. Yeah. Here he is waiting.
Look at his face. Can somebody frame that, please?
I know, he's just a whiny person.
I've been waiting here for you for days.
Well, it creeps her out. She's like, are you stalking
What the fuck are you doing here, creep?
Yeah,
hope so.
Exactly.
I like that they carry briefcases now.
Right.
She's got her briefcase. She's
They're going to work.
Yeah. Collect.
Oh, look, there's a stormtrooper back there. I didn't even notice that earlier.
No, man, I was so bored I didn't even notice.
There's one on the left too.
Where?
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
It's always Star Wars. Look,
Yeah.
got ISP agent. Star Wars.
This is fucking Peter Parker's pussy ass brother.
Yeah. It does look like Spider-Man.
It does.
David, we need you to like just hold back your feelings.
Yeah.
Tell me how you really feel.
Hey, we're not here bashing Star Wars Resistance, dude. Come on.
Man.
Right? I can bash that for days.
Like, leave me the
got
fuck
his tie
alone.
on. She looks
So,
mad.
so I wonder if he's trying to like get in with the ISB, get on some kind of mission with her, trying to redeem himself. You know, like we've been saying the last couple of weeks.
Hey,
He's trying to get on a mission, all right.
Well, he he thinks his cause is so important. I mean, obviously she's interested in what's going on, and Cassian and all this other stuff, and he's like, I'm the one that brought that to your attention. I should be a part of this. And that's all he's ever wanted. He's one of those guys that, you know, he got his first uniform and he sits at home and he fondles himself staring at it. You know, that kind of sicko that is just so, he's got to be so in it.
Last episode,
he's doing a good
bathing.
job because I can't stand him.
Last episode, he's bathing in milk.
Right.
Probably. Cereal just raining down.
Put the cereal in the basket.
keeps the hose away.
Put the cereal in the basket.
Put the cereal in the basket. Tricks aren't just for kids.
Thanks for jumping on, PJ.
Yeah.
I'll be on your show Monday, I swear.
Mon Mothma.
She's talking to Tay, and he's pretty much counseling her, like, what the hell's happened to all your money? Why are you spending so much?
I'm collecting.
Oh my gosh, why did we not see that? Jason nailed it.
Oh, that's a good one. Cereal.
Good work. Good work.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Was it you, Scott, or Jason that said, like, he's going to kill people and then he's going to leave just a little piece of cereal?
Yeah, I think it was Jason. Just a little piece. I'd be like, oh, he's a serial killer.
Just stick it to their forehead.
Yes. I love it. This is the Riddler.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see some more ISB conversations.
Her little assistant does look like Moth.
Like
Tarkin, a little bit.
Tarkin, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Is it like...
So, cleans. He only had like 41 wake-ups left, and so he didn't know today was going to be his last wake-up.
They were totally covering for him because they knew they wouldn't have cared. They would have just killed him right there.
Right.
And then here we've got Rip, old guy. I think his name was Olaf.
Yeah, I think that's his name.
And then we get out of
the what is it, the Frozen, the kids thing, Frozen.
Oh, Olaf, yeah, from Frozen the movie.
Yes.
And so they introduced us to a new prison outfit for medical prisoners.
Nope.
Yeah, you get a blue guy.
And he don't care.
Yeah.
I like how Andor doesn't get out of the way. He stands there.
Yeah, where's Rey when you need her? She could have just force healed that guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even think Rey was like sperm yet.
Right.
She wasn't even a thought. Yeah.
She wasn't even a thought. I'm gonna make that prop.
That one right there, the oxygen.
With the dead face and everything.
David has to make that because he just wants to breathe life into the episode.
Yes. I need it.
Need some oxygen.
I need something.
He's like, this guy ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna have to like just make his pain go away.
Yeah. He's like, oh, it'd be a lot easier than having to deal with him. He's not going to survive any. But the whole thing is, he had a massive stroke.
Right. There was probably no chance, anyways.
He was a goner.
Like, just take him out.
He should have got hit with a lightsaber in the chest. He'd have a better chance.
Right.
Oh yeah. He'll come back for a couple more seasons in cartoons.
Exactly.
You notice the whole time, and I'm wondering if this is written into the script this way, or the actor that plays Andor, which I can't think of it, Diego, whatever.
Luna.
Thank you.
Diego Luna. Yep.
Everybody, when they put their hands behind their head, they're fully behind or they're locked. With him, he's like touches his ears. That's as far as he goes. And I don't know if it's a personal thing that he can't get his arms behind his head, or they wrote it like, always be here, never put him behind your. I don't know. It's just something I've thought about. I know it's stupid, but
yeah, you're like Benjamin with collars.
No, but it's just something I've picked up on every single time.
You're right, though.
He never, he's always there. He never goes behind, and it's just like, what's up with that?
I think he's just on guard. Like I'm not trusting this process as much as these other people.
How many guards per level did they mention?
12.
Only was it like 12?
It's 12.
12. No more than 12. No more than 12.
They're gonna get there, and there's gonna be 15. You're gonna be pissed.
Well, the prisoners will overpower the guards. I mean, if you think about it.
True.
Yeah. So I think this arc is pretty much Andor convincing this dude that he's gonna be dead there.
Well, they need to work together because nobody's getting out.
he's building his little team so they can all like get out of there now. Now that the manager's all in, I think the next episode we're going to see the breakout.
So Jay said last.
Ooh, hot damn! Get some fighting.
Yeah, I think the next episode we'll definitely see the breakout because there's only what three episodes left. This is 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is it 2 or 3 left?
This was 9 and there's 12, right?
9, so there's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 left.
Yeah, sometimes I can count.
It's got to pick up, man. It's got to pick up.
Well, it's like Tales of the Jedi was just fantastic.
It's a cartoon, though.
It doesn't matter. You've done that in live action. I still would have loved it.
You know,
it's a cartoon. You can do shit. You can do a lot of storytelling in a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They've told more story in Tales of the Jedi than in this.
It's a cartoon.
I don't care. They did it in less time for cheaper.
But you know
it's
all the
cartoon.
characters, though. You know all
What's
the
that?
characters.
It's cartoon.
Oh yeah, that's because they spent time telling me who they are, and I care about them.
You liked the first episode? You liked little baby Ahsoka?
I watched them for 7 seasons.
I did.
I did, man. I did because they made me like Ahsoka in the past.
Well, they never told you she was Jedi from birth. You know, we saw episodes where they gathered other ones, but we never saw that. And it's like, oh, okay, so you see.
I found it interesting to see her Force sensitive, and that's kind of cool.
But I could have taken her or leave it, to be honest.
Yeah, the first episode was too kiddish for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Dooku and Qui-Gon ones. Those were pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to do the Evan? You want to do the giveaway real quick?
Giveaway.
Yeah, let's do a giveaway.
Good.
Go ahead and talk about it while I'm bringing the stuff up.
No, it's just it's a D Baker. So he did the voice of Rex. So
do you have it? You want to show it and talk about it?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Then don't talk about it.
So yeah, D Baker. It came from Star Wars Autograph Universe, so which people are familiar with online. So it came from them.
It's awesome.
It was a signing that they did. So, but yeah, it's a D Baker. So we'll do like what?
So
Evan,
they already got the hashtag in there.
Yeah, what do you want to do? Hashtag what?
Yeah, let's do hashtag.
Hashtag Rex already.
Yeah, let's do hashtag Rex.
All lowercase. Perfect.
Give me like 2 seconds. Because I'm not even. Oh, there goes Maul.
Oh, okay, Maul.
1,000, 2, 1,000.
No, I gotta sign in on YouTube real quick.
You already broke Maul, dude. That didn't last that long.
I elbowed the shit out of him just now.
Now you need another.
That arm
We
was
can cut him.
$100 right
Cut him
there.
in half. We can cut him in half.
We're gonna do hashtag Rex.
Hashtag
I'm coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking a freaking minute, huh? There we go. Here we go. Hashtag Rex, we said? All right.
Yep.
Pretty clean pick, too, right?
Rex.
So,
It's a fantastic looking piece. I
I
mean,
think it's nice, dude. Get it.
I think it
framed
looks
up.
really good. Yeah.
get a blue and white frame kind of thing. Just
Yeah.
some blue framing.
Yeah, that thing is awesome.
Matting. Yeah.
It's 8x10, so everybody knows.
Hashtag Rex. Hashtag Rex. Lowercase.
I will ship it on Monday, promise, because I leave for Florida on Wednesday. So
You're here Wednesday through the 18th, right?
yeah, fly home on the 19th. Yeah.
The 19th. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you're going out there next week or within the next 2 weeks?
Next week, yeah, fly out on
That's
Wednesday.
awesome,
So,
dude.
yeah, first time at
Jason's
Galaxy.
comment.
Hey, and since I couldn't make it to Galaxy's Edge with you, make sure you hit me up and let me know if you want to do something.
Yeah, for sure, man. We'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Gotta do a couple things.
Yeah. I'm
All
missing the
right.
barbecue,
So
though.
let's like
Pisses me off.
collect these comments and see how many we grab. 13. Only 13. Only everybody else
Only
is probably not
13
watching.
want it.
I know,
I'm
26
shocked.
people are watching, only 13.
Hey,
Wow.
there you go.
It's because Evan's
All right.
talking shit about animation.
It's because David pissed everybody off already.
That's
Yeah.
probably
Oh.
true. I'm sorry, everyone.
Here's the other thing too, Evan. I reached
So good for
400.
girls.
I reached 400 followers on Instagram today.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah, we need to get you to 1,000 by the end of the year.
Yeah, so that's
Well, at this
exciting.
rate,
So
that's possible.
I thank everybody for their support. So,
Oh yeah, good community. All right, so I'm gonna push
Push
it
it.
then. 3, 2, 1.
oh,
Sean Miller.
Of Of course.
The new flex.
There you go.
That'll shut him up.
Back.
That'll shut him up.
Oh, I probably won't. You probably just got his attention.
Send your address to either me or Evan.
Very cool, buddy.
Yeah, that's an awesome one to win. I love that one. That's such a cool one.
Yeah, send Jeff your information. You can get it shipped out.
Get it out. Cool.
Get it out. Get it out.
Man, so I think you guys want to talk about a prop store real quick?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Go.
All kinds of crap I can never afford ever, but I like to look.
Hey, real quick before the prop store too, I don't know if we talked about it at the beginning, but Joel's at a toy show this weekend.
Yeah,
that's right. We're missing Joel. We're missing J2SO. We're missing Dewback.
Yep.
What the F?
Yeah,
at Joel at a toy show. That's pretty funny.
That's pretty awesome. What's this one? No, you can. Yes, exactly right. I'm guessing that's directed to Sean Miller.
I want to see the prop store stuff too, Evan, because I haven't had a chance to look at it. So,
so let's look at it. We'll bring the screen up. We'll see if they change their website up. So like a lot of the stuff is like funky when it pops up. So let me copy and paste it in the chat. That way people in the chat can see. So right now I'm in the Star Wars section. So like on day 4 of the auction, they're gonna have Star Wars stuff. It's not as big as the LA auction. The UK auction is focusing more like on like smaller props, autographs. I think they had like 2 or 3 different prototype lightsabers, but it's prequel stuff, and I don't think that stuff was like the
what's
stuff.
The Alec Guinness? There's an Alec Guinness autograph in there too. That's pretty cheap.
Is there?
Actually?
Yeah.
How much they asking?
Well, it's estimate, so it never happens.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can switch to this thing.
It was like a range of 800 to 1300.
Yeah, let me switch to this.
Yeah.
Hey, Roadhouse.
What's up, Jeff? I'll talk to you in a minute.
I know everybody's been on crazy work schedules.
All right, so let's do this. So Alec Guinness, postcard from Tanzania.
That's cool.
So like if you're registered with the props, or anybody can register for it. You just got to get verified. You can do a silent auction right now, and then try to win it before the auction goes live. But right now they're at 900 pounds. So with 3 bids, so this thing's definitely gonna go past 1,200.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I think it's not only that, but where it's from, right? Because it was on the set.
Yeah, it was on the set. He mailed it out from Africa.
Pretty wild.
Yeah, that'd be a really cool one to have.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Look at his writing, because you don't really see much of his writing.
No.
Out there.
Nope.
People used to write really well back then.
Can I blow this up?
Now we
That's
suck.
cool.
Look at that.
Republic
Look at
of Tanzania. Say Monday, 22 March.
Who did he write it to? His wife?
I don't know.
Couple of days.
Mr. or Mrs. I don't know. His writing is so good I can't read it.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
Right.
And look at how straight all the lines are that are running vertical. Look at how perfect that is.
Yeah, mine does not.
We
look like
suck. We are horrible.
What, right? You know, we've lost that
love and
touch,
feeling.
Man, 'cause we're so focused on keyboards and phones that we don't write anymore.
No, we don't.
Nope.
We talk in code. That's cray. Can't even put the last 2 letters in. Cray.
L.
Well, they're starting not to teach cursive either, so.
I know.
That's how you cripple a frickin' generation. Driving stick and cursive, and they're done.
Let me look for this lightsaber real quick.
Can't read anything from the past.
This thing sucks. This new website, because you have to you can't just share a pop-up. You have to close StreamYard and open it back up.
That sucks.
But it's okay. We'll get through it. And they didn't do the PDF this year. Normally they have a PDF where you can just go through it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something else I wanted to share with you guys. This is Wookiee hand. they have for sale.
That's cool.
Yeah. You got the Wookiee hand, the Steve Scoped, and whatever Tyon Medan is. That's what, a fruit?
I think so.
Oh, ear covers. It says ear covers.
What a random thing, but cool at the same time.
Right.
It makes you want to hear the story of like, where did that come from?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Who gave it to them?
Like, how did we recover this? How did it not end up in the trash?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it says Tyon Medan was the Puan administrator of the Pool City Port, which greeted Obi-Wan Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
So it's prequel stuff. Oh yeah, it says right there, prequel. Duh.
Means nothing.
Somebody's wife found this and was like, God, gotta get rid of this.
Yeah, like, I don't want this shit in
Why
my
do you
house.
have this?
It's crap in our house.
Wait, this shit might be worth some money.
I don't want this shit in my house.
Yeah, get
So
rid of
funny.
this.
But it's cool that these one-off things are, they're out there and people can get them.
Yeah, and they're more and more.
I like
you see it.
I like the auction stuff, but like there are some people that, and we talked about this on Collection Wars too. Like some people will buy like a big piece of like there's a guy overseas that bought a big piece of the AT-AT, right, a decent size, and then he cut
it up.
He chops it
small
up.
pieces and sell it for like,
And,
it's
it
like,
sucks.
damn.
They do that with the Death Star panels. They do that with a lot of the props, man. It's sad.
It is.
See, that's a cool item to have right there.
Was that supposed to be this one?
Yeah, this is the prototype.
Right.
Or production unfinished. Okay.
It didn't cost 2,000 pounds.
No, but if Gabe was on here, it's about the lineage, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's important, but just because it's licensed doesn't mean it's perfect. So that's the other side of it.
No, but that's literally a piece of film history, and that's why it's cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
This one is cool because it was made for the movie. So.
Right.
Yeah.
The lineage. Yeah.
Yep.
I like how they show it in the dirt.
Right.
Right.
Gotta see it in the dirt.
Yes.
Gotta see it right there.
In
You gotta
case,
see it in the dirt.
in case you
Colored in. That's the BMF.
Oh, that's it.
That's the Django Killer 1000.
But there's only one bid on it for 1,000 pounds.
Wow.
And
the
who knows
estimates-
what the reserve is, because it says reserve not met. So I'm pretty sure the reserve is probably like at 10 or 15.
Well, no, if they're estimating it at 2,000 to 3,000 pounds, you don't think
these
reserve would
things
be
never go for the
10,000?
estimates.
Yeah, exactly. But the reserve wouldn't be 10,000 if they're estimating it at 2 to 3. Yeah, it's probably going to go for like 4 or 5.
Do you know,
right?
Evan? Do you know if like let's say you're bidding on it and you don't hit the reserve, does the prop store like notify you and say, "Hey, you were the
reserve didn't. The reserve didn't get met."
But did they give you a chance to like, "Hey, the reserve was $2,000."
If they want it sold,
yeah, you want to bring
it
it up.
If the seller wants to sell it, then that's something they handle like offline. They don't do it during the auction.
Got it.
Like during the auction, they'll say, okay, didn't meet the reserve next, and they'll bring up the next prop or whatever and start talking about that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if they did that. They're like, hey, you bid $1,000, the reserve is 2,000. Do you want this? Do you want to spend the other?
Right.
And I've
if
heard
it's sold, yeah.
And I've heard them doing that before. So I listened. One of the other few podcasts I listened to is the props. Was it I forgot the name of it. It's the one that sent what's his name? Gino was on 17.
Oh.
The things the stuff that dreams are made of. That's the name.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the one of the guys on the podcast is the writer for the House of the Dragons.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And then they deep dive all these rope props, because that's what they do. They buy these rope props, they buy them, they sell them, they restore them, whatever. And they'll talk about stories where they'll reach out to the sellers if stuff didn't like sell and meet the reserves, and see if they can work a side deal on it. Because all these people.
That's my holy grail, a piece of the Death Star. Like that's the thing. Like
that's
in the collection.
Do you want the big tiles, the 24 by 24?
I don't even care. Like as long as it's a piece that you can actually like tell it's the Death Star. I don't want a piece of foam, but like where they've cut it up and it's just a piece of gray plastic. But if you could tell like that it has some little bit of detail, that's the thing. So
because I know like Jason Eaton has a big piece, and then of course he's probably done castings and things like that. Who knows? I don't know for sure.
There was a piece that came. There was a piece that came up on eBay, and it was signed. The back of it was signed by Lauren Peterson. So he signed the back of it, and it sold for like $1,600, and it was a decent size. It was like about.
They were like cheap back in the day, man. Now it's like you can't find it for like under like $5,000, dude.
And they chop them up.
What's a Phantom Menace?
I don't know. It's made for kids.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Kids that were born in the 90s.
Oh.
In the 90s, yeah.
You act like I had a say in this.
Well, you were 6 when this came out.
At least you can do math. I can't.
Yes,
I got my first choice. With this lot?
Yeah, that's what
But
it
that's
looks
a pretty good price for what you're getting.
Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan.
Production made unfinished sabers. So what are those made out of? Are they just cast? Those are just resin?
Probably pre-paint.
Unfinished lightsabers. Imperfections from the casting process.
So that's why they didn't get used.
Yeah. So they're casted and they just had defects on them, so they didn't use them.
Well, that one looks like it was bad. Yeah, they're all a little curved.
Yeah.
Smooth holes.
But still, what a cool thing.
Oh, it's very cool.
That's a cool story to have, right? Like, hey, look at that thing. You know, it was casted from one of the ones they were going to use. And...
Those ones are cool because they almost look wooden too. You know,
right. At first glance, yeah.
Very interesting.
You get it, and you're like, I won, and you drop it, and it shatters.
Oh my
god!
I know, right?
No, you're.
I did that. I did that. I did that tonight, Scott. I dropped one of the R2 hollows.
Oh jeez.
Oh man!
It just went.
You ever see like History of the World? Moses comes down and he's like, God's given us these 10 commandments.
That's funny.
So funny.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a cool website. I've never seen that before.
The prop store one?
Oh yeah,
that's
and
really
they do it every year. If you want to see some of them, like because there's so many different things. Like I said, Adam Savage, the Tested, they're showing a lot of stuff, like some of the Alien stuff, Blade Runner, Star Wars. There's a Tauntaun cast that's in there.
Did you see, Scott? Did you see the?
I don't like this helmet at all. Go ahead.
Did you see the video where he had the Kroll or Cruel?
Yeah, Kroll.
The clave.
Yes.
That thing was awesome.
I need to go back and see it. I've seen that. I thought that I loved that movie back then. I thought that was cool.
Great.
The Kroll. Here it is.
Kroll. Yeah, that's it.
I don't like that helmet. The helmet's shit.
This is a master replica helmet?
That's what I was getting at. What is this?
Why the fuck is this in the prop store auction?
Why is this on here?
Is it signed by somebody?
No, not for the price.
Well, they put vintage stuff in the lots too, Evan.
Yeah.
Like they have
but
vintage
this doesn't
figure
seem
stuff.
like it belongs.
No, they have lots of things. Like
David, do you know why I don't like this helmet?
No, I have no idea, Scott.
Because it's perfect. No, it's perfect. They went back in and they made it perfect.
Oh no, it's symmetrical. Right.
I can't stand it.
You're one of those guys that like shit all dicked up. I understand.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't know about dicked up.
No.
Getting late.
The symmetrical, the asymmetrical just works a little better.
Did you guys kick him off?
I know nothing. I keep trying to add him in there. There he is.
But can I ask you why you prefer the asymmetrical to the symmetrical?
I think it's just because that's where I first saw it, and it looks correct to me. It's like if you were to split your face in half, you wouldn't look like David if it was mirrored exactly.
That's true.
Your wife would be like, "What's wrong with you?" She just would. And
Jeff,
that's how I see it. It's too perfect.
Yeah, I have a few of those.
You could use those right now, I'm sure.
Yeah, Jeff, you can actually put real droid parts in here.
Right.
That's pretty awesome. And it's from A New Hope.
Yeah.
That one exists in your world, right?
It does. No, they all exist. You know that.
I do.
There's just certain ones that are great and other ones that are just movies.
Look, I have that part already.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. There it is.
It's
Yes.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, yours is probably way more affordable than that one.
Oh, yeah, right.
Right.
What are those though? Were those used or unused, or it's hard to read that.
From production.
From production.
It
I like
says
how
six
they-
pieces of machined aluminum blue tinted tube seen on each foot joint, upper leg joint socket, pair of upper leg bolts, locomotion power cell component, heat exhaust cap, and bayonet socket light fitting. Whatever the fuck that means.
Yeah, I can tell you where each of those things
Different
go.
Yeah, you're a
It's in the feet.
you're a droid builder now, right?
Yeah. Well, those little tubes go down by the ankles, right?
Right.
Those other that little piece there to the right is basically goes on the battery pack on his foot, right? It's the front piece, the front two pieces. So
Jeff knows his R2s.
He is a master.
Yeah.
You got to learn this stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure you're going to be an expert at it by the time you're done with this.
Yeah.
well, that round part is the part that goes into the shoulder, right, to connect the leg, and those two little knobs go in the leg too, up on the right.
Did you know everything?
Yeah, I've been through each part of that stupid.
Yeah,
thing.
he's gotten very intimate.
I
He's
had
been living
made
the
half these.
nightmare.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, I feel
Repainting
bad
all
for
of
you, man.
those.
I feel bad
Yeah.
for you.
It's good. It'll be good.
It will.
Finish it up.
It'll probably mean more to you that way too, huh?
It will. It will. Hot
These would
glue
be
gun,
pretty
man.
cool.
That's our friend today. Hot glue gun.
So,
Hot Gouda.
Hot Gouda. Hot glue gun.
Makes me
love
think
that
of
thing.
cheese. Is that what we're talking about? Hot Gouda? I'm hungry now.
It kind of looks
What
like
else?
cheese.
What else?
I heard we got some Joe Johnson
That's cool. Yeah, I like that.
designs.
Production years. Wow.
Now that's cool.
Price is not bad.
I
Dan,
like
sorry,
in the last.
1600.
I like in the last description how they were talking about R2 being plucky.
Fluffy.
Plucky droid. It's the plucky droid that messes with Mark Hamill.
Plucky.
Let's blow these up to see what they look like.
Yeah, I want to see.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, okay.
They're cool. They come framed and with the little plaque and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, yep, and it
Wow,
comes
X-Wing.
with the logo on the back that it's certified from the prop store too.
Yeah. That's
What
cool.
what are these estimated to fetch?
I think
Already had a
it's
couple bidders.
3 to 5 or something, right?
at 1600 already.
Down further, it said a higher estimate.
Estimated 8 to 12. Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's already beat that. Yep. Nice.
5 bids.
They are cool. I could totally see those as
Oh,
in
yeah.
somebody's collection.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, those are neat.
Those are really
Better
cool,
be
yeah.
cooler. Yeah.
it's a good shot right there.
Yeah. The Y ship.
Y ship, yeah.
Why ship? Why? We don't know.
Yeah, these were hanging somewhere, someplace, because they wouldn't have
Oh,
framed
yeah.
them all like that for the prop store. It's,
Oh yeah,
No.
somebody had them all.
yep.
Done up nice. Yeah, those are cool, man. Those are super cool.
Like the LA auctions have like even cooler stuff because you can tell like based on LA or Europe like the type of stuff that was kept, and all the like the really cool Hollywood shit is here in the States, and overseas you don't really see all that stuff. You know, you get all these little knickknacks.
Right.
But let's see, there's a lot of autographs. There's storyboards.
Do you see the Tauntaun head?
I thought I saw that somewhere. What was that in this auction?
Should be. Yeah.
Tauntaun head, huh? The
Yeah.
Shadow Fall one?
Again, Adam Savage did a thing on it.
Was that recently he did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's sold.
No, it's the auction starts next week.
There's a guy this week. There's a guy on, I forget the guy's name, on
Let me look
Hyperdrive
it
that actually did a 3D print of the Tauntaun without the fur. It looks really good. It's a full size 3D Tauntaun head.
Wow.
But it looks really good. So I'm sure Spina will be after him.
You
You can't do that. Yes, I can.
Right?
It's nice. It like the other ones have looked kind of goofy looking, right? But like this one looks really good.
That's cool.
So
Pretty sure if Joel had a 3D printer that can do like a full size Tauntaun head,
It would be done. Oh, yeah.
it would have been done. Yeah.
And we cannot talk about it because that's their first rule of Tauntaun head printing. Don't talk about it.
Don't talk about it.
don't talk about Tauntaun.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool shit there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look for that Adam Savage video then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so behind this week on stuff. Cause I pay for the tested stuff so I can like see that stuff early or some of the.
He just has some fun stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of cool things he does.
I watched his AdApp build this week.
Like if you pay for the subscription, he'll do like live question and answer stuff where you can like interact with him.
Have you done it?
Oh, like a Patreon thing?
Like I'll ask questions and stuff in there, but it's like hit or miss if you get picked.
There's probably so many people. Yeah.
He's cool because he does like extreme stuff, but then he also does stuff that you can pull off too. Like he does like he repainted the Razor crest, right? Like I like that, right? He does like such a range of stuff.
Have you seen the AdApp build? It's like a garage kit.
Yeah.
That one's
I want to see the rest
man.
of it. I want to see the rest of it. Yeah,
right,
I have that.
He cuts it off.
I have that kit coming.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Once the show ends, let's talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have the prop shop stuff in here. Man, it's already at 3,500 pounds.
Jeez.
I think this is the one that Joseph bought, and then it was messed up. He sent it back, and then prop shop went out of business.
Well, Blaster Factory just to get a kit on that, but you have to put it together.
But I think this one was the first licensed one.
Oops.
I have one of those for sale right now. Not this one. I have a Chewy Blaster.
Here,
for sale.
sorry to interrupt. There it is.
Oh, you're good. You don't get us like taken down either.
No. So this is the one in. I'll go ahead and pause it, and we'll just kind of bounce through it. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty gnarly looking. So it's just the front that has the skin. See, they've taken the fur off. So this has been recast over here, but the front is the original from Stewart.
Wow.
Freeborn. So
do you think Spina helped like fix that one?
Yes, they talked about it. They did talk about Tom working on this.
Because I know he helped them restore stuff.
Because, like, certain things, like in here, I don't know if you guys can see this little drip here, like the tear. And they talk about that a little bit. Because, like a lot of animals, that the moisture in the eyes and things like that builds up. And that was part, I mean, on what did they shoot on? 75 mil, 35 mil, something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know how much you would really pick that up in that film back then. But, yeah, it's there,
Well, but what cool thought,
Yeah. The eyes are hand painted again, Stewart. So Stewart Freeborn. I mean, it's just amazing stuff.
I've been addicted to this tested stuff lately. I love Adam Savage. He's such a cool guy.
Yeah, I like his builds, even though he frustrates me because he's got the mentality of just get it done. Where I like to think things out a little bit, and you watch him make some mistakes, and you can see it coming. And it's because he just goes.
And it's fun to watch him because he's just like 100 miles an hour.
And then he'll be like, "Damn it!" And then he has to start over again.
Right.
Like nothing.
Right.
He has all the tools though too. Like you'll be watching him, and then he'll pull something out. You'll be like, "What the hell? What's that thing?" And
what
he's
is
like,
that?
This makes marks, so you can know
shop,
exactly where the screw holes go. Like,
his shop is so cool.
Yeah, I always see his table saw, and I'm like, "That's Powermatic." I used to have one of those.
For the longest time, I had no idea that he worked at ILM.
Yeah.
No idea.
But he was in the generation of movies you like.
Well, yeah, because he made props on Attack of the Clones. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know
And
you don't
so
know what
was,
that is,
what's his name? Unfortunately passed away.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about from there, too. Yeah.
He worked for ILM. Starts with a G. Starts with a G. What's his name?
Yeah, you're right.
Grant.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, Himashiro or Himashiro?
Yeah.
Oh, he died recently, right?
A couple years ago.
Well,
a heart attack out of nowhere kind of a thing, yeah. Really sad to see. But
yeah,
he was part of ILM. And he could make R2s like that, apparently, according to Adam.
Wow.
That's who you need.
Yeah.
You need to do a seance and try to get Grant out there to help you with your R2.
Seriously, man, have him sign it?
Yeah.
I would love to get Adam Savage on the show, but fat chance. If anybody knows him. Yeah. If anybody just happens to know Adam
Get
Savage.
Adam on this show?
Well, this or my show, I mean, I was speaking on mine, but I would love to just interact with him,
He's like, "Fuck your show."
No, I mean, like, this show is cool and all, but like,
I'll take him on mine though. It's okay.
He has He has, as of right now, this channel has, let's see if it will tell me, 6.03 million subscribers.
And
Dude,
just think about it. Just say half of them subscribe to his premium shit.
Right. But just this alone, the money he's making from YouTube, it's a full-time job, dude. It's full-time, and you can pay people a good, healthy thing. You'd be better off trying to get Norm on your show. That may be your way in.
Oh, Norm is cool.
Or get that guy that's like, yeah, Adam Savage walked past me one day. You might be able to get that guy on your show.
Right. Like, I clean the toilets after he's done, so maybe, you know.
If he comes to MegaCon this year, we can hit him up.
Dude, we should, because he's been at a lot of cons lately.
Yeah,
Norm does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Norm does a lot of stuff, too. Norm would be cool on your show, though, too.
I want to talk to anybody that's into that art. Like, I want to talk to somebody that actually worked on Star Wars in some capacity, that not just
you just have
art.
David, you just have to be ready. Always be armed, ready to record, have your mic, go, hey, what did you think of that? What do you think of that?
Right.
Reach out to like John Eblin or something. There's a lot of dudes out there.
No, that's the hard thing, is I'm very ambitious with it. It's just who can you get?
Ooh, what are you saying here? Please elaborate.
I had that guy. He sucks. Who's that?
Who are we talking about?
The walk by
guy.
The walk by guy.
That's funny. Great. That's funny. That's funny.
That's awesome.
So we've been at it for 2.5 hours, guys.
Yeah, we have. Always.
I think it's a good show. It's the four of us.
Dude,
So,
I just want to say
again, David, let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, man. Linktree is the easiest. That's everything there, and that's on our Instagram. But we're on Instagram. That's Blackspire_broadcast. Facebook, Blackspire broadcast. Twitter is @Spire broadcast.
Make eye contact to the camera. Just talk to the camera.
I'll talk underneath the microphone. We're on all social media, Black Spire Broadcast. And like I said, the show's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We'll expand in the future. It's just not a priority at the moment. But,
Thanks, Kenobi.
And we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube as well.
Hey, you're on YouTube
and please
now.
pardon my language. I get into it too much, and I like to cuss a little bit, so I apologize.
No, you got to be you.
Bro, I am me. There's no doubt about that. It's just trying to mix a military background with Star Wars. It's a new thing. Eben's mastered it. I don't know how he's done it, but I'm a little younger. That's the problem. I'm still there's too much pep in my step still. that died in Evan a long time ago.
Hey, Evan, before we do go, because I forgot about it too, is the so there is a Facebook group. If you're into signatures, the guy pulls down a lot of good actors. It's Imperial Walker Inc.
Is that Hector Cruz?
That's Hector. So if you're not in that group, definitely go check it out. He just actually signed Marsha Lucas, which has not signed.
I saw that.
And they did Phil Tippett, right? We're doing Phil Tippett right now.
And Phil Tippett right now is up, and Dennis Murin is up too.
Yep.
And Joe, they just did Joe too.
And the prices are good, man. It's like $60 for a Tippett right now.
So Hector knows most of the ILM guys. He's really good friends with them. He's doing. So the interesting thing is the Phil Tippett book is actually, so he's doing the monster book.
Mm-hmm.
He did 10 of those, right? So then the funny part is he's ordering from Amazon and sending them to Don Bees in California.
Oh, nice.
And Don Bees is going to hold him for him until he gets to California, and then he's going to ship them all back to everybody. So if you don't follow Hector, definitely go to his group, because if you're into any signatures for Star Wars and any of the ILM guys, which are not getting any younger, definitely check them out. So, but it's cool.
Well, and that's the really cool thing is the Marsha Lucas thing. I mean, when has that come up before? Never. You need to jump on that. You got to get on that.
Yeah,
she's iconic. She's the reason.
I created Star Wars, not George, and have her sign it.
She'll be really. She's going to be really expensive, but it's going to be. That might be once in a lifetime.
Once in a lifetime.
Did they announce her price?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, okay. I think I saw the teaser today about it.
Like he drops everything like the day of. It kind of seems like all the info.
Yeah, and Hector's like super accessible. Like if you message him like right now, he'd message you back. So super cool dude.
Sweet.
So anyways,
are they doing plaques? Or do you have to order them?
It's anything, and you can buy prints or whatever too.
I've never bought anything from those guys, you know.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of prints up for like Phil and Dennis right now. Like for Phil, he's got like 80 different prints up there.
There's a ton.
You can order. So
yeah,
and they have a lot of like solo or them together.
Signature.
Yeah.
I want to get some of the other ILM dudes.
Yeah, Dennis would be cool. Dennis Murin. That's coming up.
You said he only did 10 of the book, right?
He did, and I think
did those already sell out or no?
I'm
sure
they
they did,
have
but...
one left because he was doing 10 of them. So
I looked at it and I was like, I want it. I spent money here and I should have spent it there. That's probably more important, but
the cool part is
that's a fact, bro.
The cool part is that book is done by Phil. There's going to be things in that book that Phil has never released. Yeah. And then on top of that, Dennis Murin wrote the foreword.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a couple forwards because Phil writes one, he writes one, and I watched the Adam Savage thing on it because he has one.
I've been thinking in my cart for a couple weeks now. I'm just like, man, I don't spend that much money on it.
Well, it's a lot for a book, but that's a really cool book.
So I messaged Joel because Joel's like, right, this is his idol,
Tippett.
Phil,
yeah.
right, Tippett, and he's been wanting an autograph. So I messaged him because I'm like, hey, Hector's got this book, so he got one of the books.
Wow,
nice.
So
wow, that's awesome.
Sorry,
we'll have
Joel,
to see that on the show. I want it. Cool. I really want it. Just couldn't pull the trigger. I had it. Yeah, I had him paid on eBay, and I decided not to do it. Or not eBay, but PayPal.
Yeah, and Ariel designed plaques for you. So if you need a plaque for any of these guys, like Ariel will do them and punch them out and get them over to where it needs to go. So, anyways,
it's awesome.
Plug for them. So for those two.
Good shit.
I actually think Phil Tippett's my dream on the podcast, and he has done a few podcasts, not very many, but
yeah,
you just have to keep him talking. Because
he looks very uninterested. Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He's one of those people. It's like I said earlier. You know what is the thing that most people want to talk about themselves? He's not one of those people.
He's not that guy.
I think he's always thinking about things too. Like
he's got the mind of an artist. You know what I mean? He's on something else. But it's funny to watch him on some of these podcasts that are like nerding out on him, and he's not
like,
care.
Well, no, that's not what we did.
Like, so how'd you make the Rancor? He's like, I drew it. Next question.
You got to keep like.
Yeah, you got to keep. Yeah.
Yep. And a few words, man.
And Dan. But that'd be a cool one, man. I would love to get him.
And a little words.
Sorry about that at the end. I forgot about it though. So.
No, that's good stuff, man.
Dude. Yeah.
I like him. I don't know if it's him who I mess around with, or maybe someone that they pay on Instagram to communicate with people. But whoever manages his Instagram account does a pretty good job.
Yeah, and there's Tippett Studio, and then there's Mad Phil, right?
Did you guys watch the documentary on Amazon?
Yes.
With him?
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I've watched it like 3 times already.
His wife is the driving business side. You know, he just kind of he couldn't do it. She is awesome.
Right, yeah, she says that there. Because, he would have just done the stuff for free if it was up to him.
Mm-hmm. The book is Mad Gods and Monsters, right? Monsters and Mad Gods.
Mad God was something he'd been after for what?
Yeah. Has anybody watched it yet? Has anybody watched it yet? I have not either. It's I think it's like an hour and a half. I don't remember.
You haven't watched it yet, Jeff?
I haven't.
Nope.
What the hell? You watched it, Scott, haven't you?
No, I haven't seen it.
Evan, have you
I've known about it, but I haven't watched it. No,
I've watched it 3 times already.
What do you
I'll
think?
probably watch it.
Mad
watch
God?
it on Florida.
Yeah, Mad God.
You watched Mad God?
Yeah, on Amazon Prime. It came out last Friday, I think.
No. There's a documentary, right? And then the movie he actually did that he was trying to get
stop motion.
Oh, you're talking about the movie. I thought you were talking about the documentary.
No,
that documentary I've seen. Yeah.
I haven't seen the documentary.
Awesome. Oh,
I'm gonna download it on Wednesday.
That's one of the best. Awesome. Yeah, it's not just Star Wars. Obviously, there's a ton of stuff in there, but it's so good. Yeah. But the movie's what I'm talking about.
Movie called Mad Dog?
He made it. Yeah, it's all stop motion animation. It's a project he put on hold for a really long time. Then a lot of people that work for his studio volunteered to help him finish it. So it's pretty cool.
I didn't even realize that came out.
I mean, it looks interesting. It's very dystopian, at least from what you can tell without watching it. I don't know, but basically in the documentary, he goes on about this is kind of his view of the world and how society operates, and he kind of takes that concept and puts it into his own thing through stop motion. So it looks kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So Hector had a live stream while we were on show, and he said he didn't say the price for Marsha Lucas, but he said it's going to be $2 something, which that's pretty good for Marsha Lucas. So she you guys have all watched her stuff. She's like bitter. So her signing is great.
She was great in Icons, and you can tell that her bitterness, if you want to even call it that, was because
Yeah.
she was basically shunned and written off, and she contributed so much.
You can't
Totally.
talk today, can we?
Contributed.
No, I can't. Too
No,
much
totally.
coffee. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's not bitter. She definitely contributed a lot to Star Wars, and it's a
Right.
huge like signing if you get her. Like, but you got to definitely pick the right thing, right? Don't get like something goofy, right?
No,
Right,
well, yeah,
right,
and the whole thing is that again, you know, the whole thing. It was the perfect storm of people. If you removed one person, it wouldn't have been the same. But that group, and Marsha's included in that with the editing, because they wanted what? They wanted to stop it after they rescued the princess, and that would have been the end of it. Yeah. And, you know, the ILMers, everybody, it was the perfect storm of everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 2-something for Marsha is really good. So.
And if you go back into the prequels, no Marsha Lucas.
Yep.
Collect
There you go,
tribute.
David.
Of course. What prequels? I don't know. After talking to Scott, I don't feel like I have a childhood anymore.
I'm just
Scott
teasing.
took a giant shit on my childhood, basically.
No, I did not.
On that note,
it was more of a dump, but yeah.
Let's talk about that in the green room.
The green room. It's all love. It's all love.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
so thanks, David, for telling us your story, talking about the podcast.
Yep.
No, thank you guys and everybody that's listening. It means a lot. This kind of stuff is what keeps me wanting to do it. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Awesome.
And,
yeah, man.
For everybody out there, next week we'll have Brian Makes Dioramas. We'll talk about his
Looking
work.
forward to that one. Yeah.
And then we'll talk about what happens in Andor. Hopefully some action.
Hopefully something happens in Andor. That'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So until then, we'll see you guys in the next episode. So
have a great weekend, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.